Roll that beautiful beat.
A quick flash of a goblin's body soaring through the air towards our rat queens aboard their Mead wagon, when suddenly, in an instant, he explodes into blood sliced in half.
Nice.
Hannah, Betty, and Dee look up and see two figures standing beside them. A small dwarven figure of Violet and a large orc woman with an eye patch holding a bloody axe with a big smile on her face as she laughs and asks,
"What did I miss?"
When we last left our queens, Violet, you had gotten a missive from your brother Barry. What exactly happened there?
Well, Barry got himself in a little predicament. He got himself kidnapped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Real
my.
dumb move, but I'm glad he called me. Basically used his one message. And I had to come and pay off his ransom, so to speak.
Yes, by using your fists, Violet.
Oh, nice. It's a way to pay off ransom. So I did that, and I'm back.
Yes, and on your way back, you ran into Braga, who had just returned from meeting with a fellow orc friend who you'd gotten a missive from, who was considering leaving the group and the colony as well, and you went to go talk with your friend about their decisions, how your life has been since you've left, and whatnot.
Yes, my life as a roving bastard adventurer and what it means to me as opposed to being, stuck in the orc conclave and leading as a barbarian.
Yes, and on your way, you happened to run into Violet, and as you two approached the road, you did see a carriage coming alongside the road a little off to the side of yours. There was a fork. And as you saw this kind of goblin sneaking behind this carriage carrying Mead, Violet, you knowing this to probably be the queens escorting the Mead back to Palisades from the Mustang meadery, you quickly approached it, took out the goblin.
I just
and
wanted
now,
to kill a goblin.
And you done good.
Couldn't stop her.
That
And now-
stays true with our catchphrase being kill first, ask questions later.
Yeah, maybe we should just embrace it, like,
I'm not against it.
yeah.
And now the five of you are all together.
And we're getting drunk!
Yay! Braga and Violet are back. Braga and Violet are back.
We still have like one or two leftover whiskeys from what.
And they're not gonna notice if some of the mead barrels are open. I'll reseal it later. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Did anyone ask him to pack like an extra barrel for us on our journeys? Violet, I feel like that's something you would have asked him.
Me or Hannah? Yeah, me.
I mean, yeah.
Violet was with me.
I wasn't there,
Yes.
guys.
No, yeah, Hannah.
I feel like I did like part ways with him and was like, hey, just want to say this has been great, and do you mind to thank us to give us a barrel of mead?
So to be clear, did you do that?
Roll me roll me 2d6 plus, I'm gonna say roll me 2d6 plus heart to see if you could convince him to give you an
He
extra
was
barrel of
super
mead.
pissed off at us. Also.
Was he? He still gave it.
We
I don't
destroyed
know.
his whole thing. Oh,
Sounds like you.
No,
What?
Hannah.
What did you do?
You know, the only thing worse than
Snake
snake
eyes.
eyes is having a -1 for your heart.
Oh, great. Oh, great.
So I just rolled a 1, y'all.
Yeah, he
What's
did.
our wait? How many rerolls?
This is important.
You have 0 rerolls.
Oh,
Chat, say
That's
that.
how much you didn't convince him.
So
Yes.
bad.
It was
took
a
you
1.
rerolls.
Yes, you did not convince him at all. In fact, he kind of stared you straight in the eyes and said, "Oh, this mead better get there safely and untouched."
And I look at him and I say, I am as attracted to you as you are to me.
He just closes his eyes and looked away. Because you rolled a 1. All right, so who is driving this wagon at the moment? Kind of tell me the situation on this wagon.
I am definitely driving the wagon. These two, Hannah can't do anything with
I was
animals.
a little drunk too.
And I feel like, I feel like Dee needed a break.
Thank you. I've been healing a lot.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot.
I'm tired.
Doing
I
a lot
want
of
to curl
healing.
up with one of my books.
And I like horses.
Great, and so we have Violet and Braga. I feel like kind of sitting on like the second raised bench of this kind of carriage that is also holding the mead, the barrels of mead.
Keeping an eye out for any more goblins.
Yes, and Braga, as you've been reunited with your queen, suddenly you kind of feel overcome. You start to feel a little a little hurt. Your baggage is then triggered. Braga, tell the chat, what is your baggage?
Your Braga.
Well,
Special kind.
my Braga, yes, I'm definitely calling it from now on, is nature versus nurture, which is the dichotomy of being raised a barbarian but trying to be more of a noble mercenary these days. And so the distance between my past and my present and my learned behavior and my natural behavior.
So, Braga, as you're sitting on the back of this wagon, your old orc kind of traditions start to rally within you as you have just succeeded with a kill. Man, there's all this alcohol really close to you that you would love to drink. So I'm gonna say, roll me. What do I want to do? I'm gonna say, Violet. Roll me 2d6 plus your skill to see if you see Braga sneaking some mead.
I got a 12.
Oh my damn.
Well,
Yes.
welcome back.
You do.
Wilford bugging.
So you do catch, Violet, you do catch Braga trying to pop open some of the mead.
Hey, friend. What's shaking?
I didn't meet this Greg. He didn't tell me I couldn't have any of the mead.
Touche.
I'm just a weary traveler looking to wet her whistle.
Look, I don't blame you, but the fact of the matter is we have a job to do. We're going to get paid for it, and we can celebrate as much as we want when we get back, right? So many drinks for us, right?
Fine.
I mean, I can reseal this so it looks like no one ever opened it.
Add some water.
And we can add some water.
Well then, if you're gonna add water anyway, could I just a little nip?
I think we're playing with fire at that point.
Agreed.
We've played with enough fire.
Yeah.
I haven't. I just want to drink.
We burnt down 2 drinking establishments.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
that seems like a bad idea.
I'm going to reseal this barrel. No one else open it. We got to get our gold, remember?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, speaking of which, we did give your 100 gold to Dwarf Dave.
Sorry.
But you're gonna get 300 when we meet up with that other woman.
You gave my money.
Well, you
to-
left.
He kind of like covered some of the duties that you would have done anyway.
And Violet, as soon as you hear this, you see, then you start to kind of feel triggered, and you just came back from saving your brother, you risked your life for your family, and now the friends that you do believe as your family, as your new family, well, they just gave your gold away. So Violet, suddenly you draw the reins from Betty, and you halt this carriage to a stop.
Hey, don't be mean to the horses.
All right. Family meeting.
Aww.
Bitch, we gotta keep on running.
Can we do this while we're still like?
I need you to look me in my eyes. I need you to look me in my eyes. I am loyal to my family. I just went and beat up a bunch of ruffians in a cave for Barry. And I'd do the same, if not more, for each and every one of you. And you gave my gold to Dwarf Dave?
It's just money. We still like you.
It's certainly not personal.
I didn't.
You know, you're right. You know what? You can have some drink.
Thank you.
Hey, just Braga.
She shouldn't have any.
And Braga, as you start to drink this drink, suddenly you start to feel more compelled to drink more as you are then kind of led on and triggered once again. You're kind of like That's my secret, Cap. I'm always orc. Your orc is very much coming through as you proceed to drink this entire barrel. Would anyone like to stop her?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna tackle her.
You're gonna attack.
And I am simultaneously gonna just try to use my heart to appeal to her.
Great. Who do you want to use your heart first?
Well,
Yes,
she's,
you go for it, because I'm otherwise gonna break the barrel.
Hey, Braga. Hey, friend. We love you. It is so good to have you back. Here's the thing. You're drinking our money right now. Your money, too. The more you drink, the more money that we all lose. And you know, your armor, like, how are you going to get new armor? You love new armor. Remember how much you love new armor?
I do love new armor. Am I getting some of the money from this? Because I wasn't there for the mission, so...
Even if you're not getting any of the money, why would you want to drink all our money?
And you're a rat queen. Of course you're going to get some of the money.
In one way or another, like in partying after the fact, could be one of the ways.
We all are going to contribute some amount from our gold to give to Braga.
Possibly, if you don't drink the damn
Well, yes,
mead.
I
if you
can
don't
party
drink
right
it.
now. I can just have the party at this moment.
We'll have
Whoa.
less gold to split with you at the end, though.
I smack it out of her hands.
I was
roll
gonna say
heart
Dee's
first?
gonna roll heart
I
first.
know, but she keeps on drinking.
But if you spill it, that's going anyway.
2d6 plus your heart.
Can't see.
You got 7 here.
7.
Oh no, that I didn't roll that one.
I know.
rolled
I put
that
these
one.
back. They're these two. They're
Oh,
7.
haha. Okay. Oh yes, 7. Plus
7 plus
2, 9.
It's a 9.
Hey. Oh no.
It's okay. It's still mixed.
So Braga, you kind of slowly taking things in consideration. Yes, you are gonna possibly get paid for this gig, seeing as you are an infamous rat queen as well. So you kind of you slow your drink down. You have not stopped completely.
All right.
Oh, dang it.
And I knock it out of her.
Great.
If you're gonna spill it, you might as well let me drink it.
I'm gonna say roll me 2d6 plus your skill, because you're gonna try and knock it in a way that you don't destroy it.
8. Do I have any rerolls?
There's no rerolls.
Okay. 8.
They just want us to roll bad.
Like, oh, this is more fun.
Crap.
Toss baggage in trouble.
So with
Yeah,
so with
I
an
would do the
8,
same.
Hannah, as you kind of are like, ugh, you swing your hand trying to kind of grab the barrel away from Braga, but instead you end up kind of just like losing your grasp with it, and it doesn't break on the ground. It just kind of like rolls with a little bit of mead spilling out.
I jump off. I want to jump off the wagon and try to get to the barrel.
Okay, roll me 2d6 plus skill.
I literally pictured you like wrapped around the barrel with your finger stuck in and like like and rolling and you still
It's plus skill.
Yes.
Jesus. It's a 6, 7, 8. It's a 7.
Gonna keep on asking. Any rerolls?
7.
7.
Oh wow! A full party of Rat Queen's hype. We got a reroll.
Yeah!
Shit, wait.
Thank you for the reroll.
7's pretty good though.
Yeah.
but you do you, little smidgen.
I'll save it because
You
I
just
feel
have
it.
one. Yes.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get so messed up so soon. I feel it.
Yes.
The baggage is getting real close to bad.
I'm getting real messed up right now. It's me.
No,
Braga.
we said no.
All right. So yes, and unfortunately, with a 7, as you go and you try to you stealth, like you are able to kind of dive and grab it, Betty, but as you kind of pick it up, it feels incredibly empty as all the mead is now gone from this barrel, having been either drank or spilled in flight onto the ground.
Guys, bad news. That lady's gonna be super mad at us. There's nothing in here anymore.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
How
All
many-
right, put water in it. Put water in it. We're gonna measure them out
I mean,
from
maybe...
the other bottles.
Yeah, and maybe we'll stop somewhere and find some other mead, and then we can replace some of the water with actual mead.
Braga! Suddenly, you are just like, you're just not feeling it today. Just having been around your orc, having been around your
I'm
orc,
sorry.
having been around your orc friends, kind of laughing, sharing stories, kind of reminiscing of, yeah, there were some good times back then. Your nature versus nurture starts to conflict within itself. Your past and your present start to combat as you just destroy this barrel.
Oh, no.
All of a sudden, yeah, Betty holding this barrel of Braga, you just punch it into smithereens. And
Well-
there it is.
Braga, you just joined us again.
There goes that plan. Great.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I don't know what happened there.
Are you a woodworker? Can you make a new barrel?
How does one make a barrel?
I guess we
Anyway.
have to turn
wood and-
around.
I start like putting
Stuff.
barrel. sticks together like I'm making a barrel.
No.
So you smash it and then immediately try to rebuild it.
I feel really bad about it.
Are you drunk?
I'm probably if I just had a whole barrel of mead.
Said you had about like a half
barrel?
50 to 75%.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
How far are we from Greg's?
From Greg's, you're probably about I would say you're a quarter of the way to Palisade, so you're pretty close. You could turn back if you
We're
wanted
gonna
to.
turn back. We're turning back.
What?
To get another barrel? What are we gonna tell him?
Are we gonna meet the centaur? I want to meet the centaur.
Oh, you didn't get to meet the centaur.
Oh.
Oh, he's really nice.
Oh, the centaur.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I want to go see the centaur.
You guys are staying in the wagon.
No.
Yes.
He
I'm
has to
already
come
off
out.
the wagon.
He has to come out and say hi to Braga. Look,
We
Braga
just burned,
hasn't met the centaur.
but
Neither has Violet.
we just burned down his
And
whole
neither has Violet.
his whole home and his
Yes,
his
but he
meadery.
also this is also as important to him as it is to Aveline, the psycho.
We'll
Should I
tell
show him the goblin I killed? That might
Yeah,
help.
yeah. We'll tell him that a goblin.
Oh, that's a goblin did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
How
Great.
many
A
barrels
whole
do we?
story connected.
How many barrels do we have left in the wagon now?
29.
Yeah.
All right,
We're
that's
going
pretty good.
back.
And you know what? Maybe we should ask again. Maybe someone
For an
else should
extra-
ask for an extra barrel.
Well, I think it could be under the guise of needing an extra one in case this should
Yes.
happen again.
Yes.
And I think we can make him feel bad for poorly securing the barrels so that it doesn't come down on us.
And again, it was the goblin.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, also his fault for letting it be so susceptible to being.
Yeah.
Don't drink any more.
Yeah, Braga.
All right. We have a plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you climb, yes, Betty and Braga, you climb back into the wagon as Hannah then takes the reins as you start heading back towards Greg's. But unfortunately, all of this tension, all of this tension and this kind of noise has stirred something in the Midgate forest.
Oh.
Braga's loud punching of a barrel quite accented it. As you start to continue your way back up the road, suddenly you see in front of you what appears to be... Betty, you notice this because you're very perceptive. You, as you return back, you see a tree on the road that you did not see on the way down.
Ugh, guys, incoming. Tree in the road. Definitely a trap.
It's not in the road, it's to the side of the road. However, you would have noted this is a very peculiar looking tree.
Is it a talking tree?
I don't know, you want to go talk to it?
I have an axe. I could say hello to the tree with my axe.
All right, guys, slow down. I think we need to investigate this weird, funny tree over here.
Why must we investigate everything? Not everything's our problem.
Well, we did.
What does it look like? What kind of tree is it?
You see that it's similar to the other kind of oak trees that are in the Midgate forest. These kind of beautiful, at this time of year, green. They become incredibly beautiful in the autumn. You see that it has bark that is similar to the oak. However, it is slightly warped at its trunk. Slightly, actually, roll me 2d6. I almost told you what it
Tree
looked
knowledge.
like.
Tree
Instead of
knowledge.
making you roll. And Rat Queens, you do now have 3
Or what else? What am I rolling with?
You are rolling with Canny.
4.
Rat Queens, you do have 3 rerolls. Thank you so much,
Yay!
chat,
Thank
for the
you.
rerolls.
Thank you, chat.
So
Thanks
if
for the
you would-
rerolls.
If you would like,
Why am I singing so much tonight?
I like it.
It's nice.
Thanks, me too. I'm enjoying it.
Got a song
want
in
to
your heart.
reroll
I
that?
got a song in my freaking heart.
would you like to use a reroll on that 4?
No. I'm gonna
Great.
save it.
D, you get in investigating this interesting looking tree. You approach it and get incredibly close to this tree. Unfortunately, you do not notice the vine that comes out from behind you and then grabs you and picks you up as 2 more large lecherous vines then emerge from the trees above and start to attack you and the wagon.
Oh, I want to get rangy
Save the
real
mead,
quick.
everybody.
You want to get rangy real quick?
Yeah.
Great.
Save the maid.
Violet, what would you like to do?
I want to take my axe and I just wanna throw it and cut the vines.
Which you have to aim at one.
I want to
They're
aim
pretty
at the
thick.
one holding D.
They're like these thick kind of wooden limbs.
Is there one holding D?
There is one
I
holding
want
D.
that one.
Great. Roll
right
me
now.
2d6 plus your skill.
All right.
Oh, this music.
It's really good.
Oh,
Ah!
really got out of there.
All right, that is a 10.
Woo!
Wow, Violet, you're killing it tonight. So yes, Violet, you take your axe, you line it up so perfectly, and you swing it in the air, kind of boomeranging it as it kind of cuts into the vine that is holding D. Ooh, and you did, it's like your axe kind of falls out of it. You did a nasty chop in there. The vine kind of writhes for a moment in the air with UD in it. But you're able to kind of drop to the floor safely as it releases you and kind of writhes in pain.
I want to get stabby and swipe at the same vine again and like finish it off.
Great. Roll me 2d6 plus your guts, Braga.
All right, that's gonna be a 8.
Great. With an 8, Braga, yes, you get up close. You're watching this vine as it's writhing like a snake. You're trying to avoid it hitting you. As you take your sword or your axe, what are your choice?
I think she has the axe out, so I'm going to
She's
use
the
my
axe out,
axe.
yeah. Your axe
the sword is
still,
set aside.
Still freshly bloodied from the
Yes.
goblin that you slayed
And
earlier.
I feel like axes and trees are natural enemies, so I want to use the axe on it.
I think
right.
that's a good
Psych it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just psych out this vine,
Yeah.
this assassin vine. So yes, what you do is, you kind of are nimbly kind of moving towards it, getting closer and closer as you raise your axe in the air and deliver the finishing blow. But right before you get it, you are a little too close because you are pretty close to it. The vine slowly, kind of quickly nicks you across the face, kind of giving you a scar for 4 points of damage.
That's my best
As you
face.
start to kind of bleed a little bit. But yes, you deliver the finishing blow on this vine as you land your axe right on the kind of the fresh wound that Violet had made, as the tree screams in pain.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot a fireball at it.
With the tree of the vines, there's
The
still
tree.
2 vines. One of the vines is coming dangerously close to the Mead, trying to tip over the wagon. Whoa!
I wanna. Are you gonna do yours first?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna
do your
get the
thing
whole.
You want to fire? You want to
Fireball the tree.
Great.
Fireball.
With
That's with your skill.
I keep on rolling really, really bad.
You have. Did you roll 2 1s?
Yes.
That's impressive. We
You
have
rolled 2 6s
Just
before we
reroll
even
it.
started.
Reroll it.
I totally jinxed myself.
we do
seems
have
like a big
3
deal.
rerolls.
Yeah.
Or Zach
Yeah.
touched my dice. I'm gonna take that reroll.
Great. Great.
Still really bad. I'm gonna take one more, just one more, people, because it was still a fail.
Oh my gosh, great.
9.
All
9.
right, all right.
9.
A 9.
9's better than not a 9.
Yeah, a 9 is great. So, yes, Hannah, as you line up your wand at this tree, you send a fireball directly towards it, and as your fireball then penetrates the tree, you see that the tree then begins to move, and instead of kind of taking this trunky shape, you see it then takes the form of a woman, and in fact is a dryad. So this kind of wooden tree dryad with kind of branch horns lurching out and kind of hollow eyes stares at you and extends a hand and kind of zaps you with some chlorophyll for some solar power, I'll say, for 3 points of damage.
No.
As you're kind of you're kind of blasted back by this solar blast.
Did we? Forgive me for asking this now. Did we heal our HP?
Yes, you were healed when you were packing up the wagon, so
Gotcha.
everybody is at 20.
So and I just
Packing
have
the
3.
wagon, if you know what I mean.
Packing
You know?
the wagon.
Oh, God, I have to go back to pack the wagon.
All right. Betty's gonna try to drive this, jump back on the wagon and try to drive it away from the battle to save the meat.
Yes, good call.
Great.
Yeah, I appreciate
Save
it.
the mead.
Good job.
Good move,
I'm
Pinecone.
gonna say that is
Bless.
If I succeed.
Pinecone.
I'm gonna say canny because you're using some quick thinking. You gotta get on that wagon, gotta tell those horses not to be scared.
Good luck,
And
Smidgen.
get out of there.
Don't be scared,
got this.
horsies. 11, 12, 13.
Wow!
Nice.
Yes,
That
Betty.
meat is safe.
Betty, tell me how you calm these horses so well.
I sing them a little smidgen calming song.
Please, can you delight us?
Sure. Little horsey, think of the sun and the nice little grains you'll get at home. Don't think about this scary lady, just think about all the apples at home.
Yes, and with the smidgen horse calming song, these 2 steeds kind of stop rearing, stop rustling the carriage, as you're able to then climb aboard, yes, and nimbly kind of drive them away from the oncoming action. The cart is safe for now.
How many
There's-
horses are there?
There's 2 horses leading the wagon.
Let's go, Sam. Let's go, Jonas.
Yes.
Sam and Jonas.
Sam and
It's
Jonas.
definitely not the names that Greg told us they were, but that's what she's named.
Yeah, well,
them.
Greg's maybe a liar.
Those are their real names in their heart.
Greg is great.
Okay.
Greg is
You
great.
haven't met.
I
Greg.
haven't. I'm making assumptions.
Do you want to know how great Greg is? I'm saying this in the middle of battle.
Yeah.
We burned down his meadery, and he still liked us.
That's
Sort of. I mean, he didn't.
He didn't kill us. He
Yeah.
had
Guys,
every right.
focus on the battle.
Okay.
The Dryad is lining up another shot at Hannah. Would anyone like to do anything?
I want to
Alright,
get
yes.
get stabby.
You want to get stabby?
Yeah.
So you're going to lunge towards
I'm gonna
it?
lunge towards her.
Great. Roll me 2d6 plus your guts.
Bless you. Guts.
I got an 11.
Dang, how are you rolling so well?
I'm ready to be back.
Because I'm not.
Yes, Violet, you kind of, is there sword or your axe?
It's my sword. I'm
It's your
just
sword.
stabbing this.
Yes, you kind of you go to running start as you run towards this Dryad and just, ooh, you pierce the heart of it, which you can't see from the outside, but your sword just pierces it so perfectly. The Dryad cries out in immense pain as you see the birds from the neighboring trees all take flight and soar into the air. It's as if the forest is crying.
I'm
And you
feeling
see
bad
that
about this.
the 2 remaining vines that were kind of aiming towards the carriage, as soon as I feel like as the carriage was leaving, you were making your attack, kind of writhe in the air too at the Dryad's pain. Dee, what would you like to do?
I want to try to cast magic weapon for my scimitar.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. I think we had you roll last time 2d6. I'm gonna say plus your skill.
I want to help her by maybe deflecting attention from her. I'll kind of stand kind of catty corner in front of her so that the Dryad will come to me so she has time to cast her spell.
Cool.
Is that a help roll?
Yeah.
Great. Roll me
Cool.
2d6 plus your D bond.
Yeah.
You D-bomb.
Oh.
So that's unfortunately only going to be a
Oh, that's
4
house
for me.
rules. Is if it goes out of the box, you're allowed to re-roll at
Okay.
least that one.
Okay. Okay, so that's going to be a 5 now.
5.
is not a 4,
You
so-
can use a re-roll. I feel good about
We
it.
have one reroll.
I will
yikes.
say that I'll take because the whole point was for me to take the damage, and it was I'm the one that gets hurt,
Yeah.
not her, right?
So,
So
wow.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
This
yeah.
is your fault.
Doesn't help her, but
ultimately.
it does make me get damaged.
Yes. So Braga, unfortunately, Dee does not get any help.
Yeah, I got that.
But
still exposed, but
you
that's
kind
okay.
of you kind of stand as Dee is preparing her spell and preparing to cast on her scimitar. You seeing this kind of step in front of her and decide to take the brunt force of this vine as it kind of the other vine kind of whips you across the back and or actually because you're standing in front of her, it whips you across the front. Luckily you have armor on, so it doesn't hurt you too much, just for 3 points of damage. But it's just
I
definitely
tried.
That's doable.
it's definitely kind of like a blunt force blow and kind of knocks the wind out of you a little bit. All right, Dee.
All right. I'm gonna
what's your
try for a
skill?
magic weapon. Oh, that's very good. That's 10.
So tell me again.
That's just for my magic weapon.
just for your magic weapon.
Yeah. So it means that
I believe you get like 2 times
wait,
the.
crap. I just had it in front of me. Sorry. Yeah. I when I cast this, I get plus 1 d4 damage until I dismiss it. I also get a -1 if I try to cast any other spell.
Great. So
But
you
it-
get
but it
you get
lasts,
you get an extra. So I'll roll
yes.
the d4 here.
Sorry
so it's a
to
d4.
reach.
Great. Now you're going to use your scimitar.
All right. I'm gonna use my simi.
Your enchanted
Simi.
scimitar.
Is that your name for it?
Yes.
Oh. That is a 5.
Well,
we
that's
do
a
have
5
one
plus
reroll.
1. Was it with skill 6? Yeah.
You gotta.
Oh,
you
it's-
gotta. It's but.
I'm gonna say
Was it with skill
it's
or
with
with
guts.
Oh, then that's a 4.
We better reroll that.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
reroll
that's-
that.
Yeah,
that's,
this
the
is
one-
what-
that's what we're
okay.
saving them for.
Okay.
Great. So that's our last reroll.
Yes!
I got an 8.
Oh,
much
dang.
better.
Great. So yes, let me see your d4.
We're coordinated. We're good at this.
Kind of.
So singing. Musical Rat Queens episode
You
today.
definitely are influencing us that way.
D, as yes, with your enchanted scimitar, having seen Braga just take this kind of vines attack, what are you aiming for? Are you aiming for one of the remaining vines or the dryad itself?
I don't know if I can do this. I wanna get the dryad just right in the heart.
Straight up murder.
I'm gonna say that the heart is exposed because of Violet's successful hit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna so
Violet.
you rolled What was it? Your plus your guts and
Yeah.
Yep.
I got an 8.
An 8. Great. So yes, as you kind of you
Is that a success? Do I get
an
the
8 is a
D4?
mixed success.
Okay.
So 7 to 9 is a mixed success. So it
Okay.
is going to work, but at a little bit of a cost.
Okay, but I
Better
get my
than
D4
nothing.
of damage.
You did, and you
Yay.
rolled really well. Or
Oh, yeah?
actually, yeah, you rolled really, really well.
Okay. Yay.
I have my dice calculator right here.
I don't know, but you rolled really well. I'm just kidding. Of course you do.
So as you kind of run up towards seeing the opening that Violet has created, seeing that Braga has just been kind of hit by this vine, Dee, you are so incredibly done with this. You are ready for this to be over. No dryad's gonna hurt your friends. So you see Dee as you kind of slow motion run up towards this dryad, its heart exposed as you take your enchanted scimitar in the air. What's the color of the magic on your enchanted scimitar?
It's blue. It's like a light blue.
I would say like a light blue
Baby
flame
blue.
kind of that
Yeah.
encases it. So yes, you see the scimitar emerge with this kind of light blue magic flame encasing it. As you describe to me how you go down on this dryad combat wise. how you take down that dryad.
You know,
No takes backsies.
No takes backsies in battle.
that's how I feel.
I gotta do a strong, crisp stride up to the dryad, and I don't want to get too close, so I am gonna extend and try to just like launch my scimitar right into their heart.
You launch this. Okay.
Yeah.
As you launch your scimitar, you are so close. You kind of like release it as it moves forward, and it pierces through the heart of the dryad. As you all of a sudden you see this. You see the dryad, this kind of green glow that was encompassing it, kind of igniting it. The magic that was inside of it, making it alive. The magic goes dim for a second, and all of a sudden, then it explodes in a burst of solar and kind of natural energy.
Gross.
And Dee, unfortunately, because you were a little too close, you are knocked back by this energy onto the ground for 4 points of damage. These two remaining vines they're still around. They kind of writhe in pain. They're just kind of slightly weakened. They're still alive.
Still hanging out.
They are assassin
Alright.
vines. They're kind
Are
of
they
I'm gonna get
attached
stabby
to the
with one of
dryad?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
they're
part.
attached to the tree above.
right, okay.
They were being commanded by the dryad, so now they're just kind of like they're uncontrollable, weakened vines.
Okay.
There's
There's
two
still a
left.
threat, though,
There's
right?
still a threat.
Okay.
Not too much. They're like still like meh, as you see these vines kind of trying to smack at you. Not very well because they were very unmotivated at the time. They have feelings.
I'm gonna get stabby with it out of frustration, just like mad that what happened, and just like, rah, like that kind of feeling with it.
Great. Roll me a 2d6 plus your guts.
Okay, so that's actually gonna be a little bit better this time. That's gonna be, so I have a 9 plus, so I have 11 on that one.
Whoa. Yes. So I'm gonna say Braga. Yes, because
Finally, good roll.
Seriously.
so you roll so well. Just kind of with two swift motions, you just kind of, these vines kind of dangling close to each other now. You just chop as you kind of like do a finishing move as the vines kind of slice in the background behind you.
You're so cool, Braga.
As she makes that move, I want to like run and like unnecessarily like skid towards Dee, like on my knees and like yeah, it helps to like help her before she like hits the ground.
You want to catch Dee before she hits the ground?
I know it's too late, but I want to try.
Roll me 2d6 plus.
Oh, God, what's wrong
Don't
with
beef
me?
it.
I'm gonna say canny because you're quick thinking.
Well, that's better than nothing, y'all.
Don't beef it.
Well,
What? Do we have any rerolls?
No.
Okay.
And not.
So it's a 5.
this fine. You're just gonna say yourself something.
Yeah.
Hannah, as you start to kind of like, no, you start to run, suddenly you don't see that rock that's in front of your foot as you trip and you fall directly on your face, giving yourself, yes, a bloody nose and taking 3 points of damage.
You know, Hannah, sometimes it's the thought that counts.
I'm thinking about kicking your ass right now, so shut up.
I saw that, Hannah.
It's from Betty's from a distance on the card.
Yeah.
Got very good vision.
Shut up. I take off my, I don't know. I reset my nose right then and there.
Ouch.
With your magic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you do that.
Sure. Cool.
You don't heal, like, you still have the damage, but, like, your nose
Word.
looks fine.
Yeah, because that's the most important. And I go over to Dee slowly. Dee, are you okay?
This is romantic. Are you doing like a thing right now?
No, God. Yo. Do
Okay.
you want to make out?
No, we're in the middle of battle. And also, no. I don't
Of course. I'm
like
just
you
kidding.
like that.
No one does. Besides Sawyer.
Okay. Let's like, what's going on? Is the dryad still alive?
No, the dryad's dead.
Oh, it is dead.
Yeah, as you kind of
You killed it, for sure.
Oh, I did.
The magic exploded. Yeah, you completely
right.
killed it. It was like it's the last kind of natural energy that was inside of it caused
Okay.
it kind of to explode before it.
So we're out of
disappeared.
combat.
And
You're in combat. You did it.
Can we do some investigating? Can we figure out what the hell this was?
Sure.
The hell.
Roll me.
Was it named Chat?
Dead now.
Roll me 2d6
Yeah,
plus
sounds
your
right.
canny, and you can ask me, depending on what you roll, Violet,
And
you
while
can ask me
she's-
any of those questions.
While she's doing that, I'd like to go and get my scimitar. Is it still there? Did it
Yes, your
fly somewhere?
No, your scimitar is like in this almost this picturesque moment. You see this kind of corpse, this tree corpse, this empty tree corpse of this dryad, as your scimitar is like almost like a sword in the stone, perfectly placed in there, and it's easy to
Nice.
withdraw.
All right.
No.
No.
I got a 4.
Just no.
Looks like it was just the forest to you.
Here's the deal. It
Alright.
wouldn't have bothered us if we didn't feel like we had to go up to it. So I feel like we need to keep our goddamn rat noses out of things that don't concern us.
Like rocks.
These exist naturally. Braga, welcome back to our group.
Thank you.
I'm still pissed because this is kind of your fault.
All right, guys, I'm back with the horses and all the meat that's very important for this mission and whatever. Get,
Alright.
get on up.
Let's get back to Greg for more mead. Before
like that
any
plan.
other crapola happens.
Yeah.
So as the 5 of you, or the 4 of you, Betty's already on the wagon, climb aboard the wagon carriage and start to continue your way back to Greg's, you cross over a familiar bridge. Everything looks the same. You just come down this way before then having to turn around and come back. And as you're kind of riding towards the Mustang meadery, there's a figure on the side of the road.
This is another goddamn highwayman.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
don't
It
stop.
He
doesn't-
has
just keep going.
this individual kind of has a fancy little blue hat as he sets up. He has a little table set up in front of him with a nice little blue tablecloth on top of it.
Ooh.
As you see there, it's like a little portable, a little magic, a little kind of portable stove. And tiny little porcelain blue cups at this table. He has a little hat with a little white feather.
Yeah, I know.
He's
really
kind of
doing something
he's
for
this
us.
sprightly old man with a smile, and he's just sitting anxiously at his little table, just waiting. And you see him kind of put a sign on the front of his table that says,
What
it a big-
size
is
is
it a
that
big
sign?
size?
What size is that sign?
it's a little sign. A little sign that says, hot water, 10 gold.
Hot water, 10 gold.
Hot water.
What's the temperature outside?
It's summer.
Keep walking, guys.
So how does he heat the water though? I don't need to know. I'm just wondering.
Hey, mister, how do you heat your water?
Oh, hello. My name is Bobbit.
Hi, Bobbit.
Bob for short.
Bobbit.
We're still riding past, right?
Yes.
Wait, no, come back. I'm selling hot water.
No.
Why?
I heat it up on my little stove.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I didn't see the little
The
stove.
little stove.
A cup of hot water is perfect for any traveler. It's so refreshing. It soothes a sore throat. It keeps you warm at night. No, please come back.
Guys, his little setup was so cute and very small. I kind of want to talk to him.
Was it small or is it another word?
Little?
Yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
Little?
No.
Why can't we go?
No,
Why
because
can't we go?
if he's still there, if he's got a
trickery.
successful business, he'll
Betty,
be there.
you are in charge of the reins.
Jesus.
I stopped the wagon.
Oh!
just let me hop off then if you guys want to talk to him.
Oh, yes, customers.
You know what? Yeah, you figure this one out. You gotta do your own goddamn side quest. I'm taking the reins and keep on going. Any of you who feel differently, you can stay with her.
Watch out for rocks, idiot.
You watch out for creepy old men with little cups.
Braga, suddenly, you feel You feel your nature versus nurture kind of consume you as your nurture side kind of comes out and kind of hurt by Hannah's comments towards you earlier and kind of her quick thinking. You're like no, and so you grab the reins from Hannah and pull so hard on these horses that they kind of like no, they kick back and they rear back.
And does it throw me off of the wagon?
It does.
Okay.
And it stops.
We don't abandon Pinecone.
What's
Thanks,
a
guys.
pine cone?
It's me. That's my cool, very nice little nickname.
You're not very cool.
Hannah,
You
you
want to
win.
be some hot water? We're gonna be in hot water if we don't get the mead from the hot centaur.
It'll only take a second. Chill out, dude.
I like a good pun, but I meant go with that.
Hot water! I mean, I'm sorry. I don't sell tea. I don't sell the coffee beans, and I don't sell the chocolate. So you cannot mix it with the hot water. I only have hot water because to me, hot water is its pure essence. It's the best. It's the tops.
Is it magical in any way?
Nope, it's just hot water. Soothes the throat, soothes the soul.
I'd like to detect magic.
Sure, roll me 2d6 plus your canny.
Guys, I want to buy some hot water. Is that
Of course you
weird?
do. Oh my fucking god!
What did you do?
Two
happened?
ones!
Oh my god.
You are
Hannah?
cursed.
You need to put
You're
the
cursed.
dice
Yeah.
in dice
Is
jail.
she cursed?
Should throw those dice away.
They're done now. Get out of here.
What did it? Was it? Is that double sixes?
That's
That'd
a
be
2 and a
amazing.
5. It's a 2 and a 5.
That would be amazing.
Hannah, unfortunately, because of you just don't know anything.
Well, he looks harmless, so I go up and buy the water.
You want to buy some hot water?
Why are you shocked, old man? You're selling them, so I should be able to buy it.
You just looked like you were about to go away for a moment.
Do you want me to go away, or do you want me to buy the goddamn water?
Please
Bill for
buy my
fucking water.
Please buy my hot
All right,
water.
I buy your damn water.
Where does the water come from?
It doesn't matter. It looks perfectly not
Ooh.
magical.
Can we get personal? Get a little personal.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. Roll me 2d6 plus your heart, Braga.
Plus your heart.
Here we go. That's gonna be a 7.
7. You can ask me kind of one question from the heart, from that get personal list.
Is that water safe to drink?
Oh.
Oh, yes! I find it in the most wonderful springs. I carry it in the most pristine buckets with me. I put it into tiny little canisters that I then carry with me as I travel the world giving people hot water. And then I heat it up on my little tiny portable stove right here, and I serve it to you in a blue porcelain clean cup. It is completely sanitary. I handle it all myself. What kind of hot water vendor would I be if it were contaminated water?
Bless him.
I'm convinced.
I like his pitch. Here, buddy. Here's 10 gold. Give me some hot water.
Yes!
Don't you think it's a lot for water?
It's fine.
He pours.
It's hot water.
He pulls. You see him take this kind of beautiful silver tea kettle off the portable stove as he pours it into this blue porcelain cup and hands it to you. And Betty, suddenly, well, no, you were all good. It just feels real good. It just you feel it go down your throat as it warms you from the inside out. Your heart feels warm from this hot water.
Hot water.
Guys, this water is really nice. There's something very simple and great about it. You should partake. I'm fine.
Okay.
Get some water.
You gonna buy some?
I already offered, old man.
Great, 10 gold.
5 gold. It's just water.
It's hot,
It's hot water.
I feel like it's worth the 10 gold.
Water is free.
Is there like a group discount for all of us?
That's right. That's
that's
better.
a
It's better.
great
Better
Oh,
question.
let's see. I will give you 4 more hot waters for 30 gold.
Ooh.
That's a little bit of a discount.
Guys, we're spending too much money on water. We already gave away her quarter. It's too much money.
Hot water heals the heart, heals the soul.
Let's see how much gold I have. I'll take one. I'm in on it. Let's get in on this. Should we do it?
I'd like to ask if it will heal some of my hit points.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
I need some new
Just use mine.
GD dice.
It's not
I
the
don't-
dice anymore.
What's wrong with your hands?
That's a 3. Do you have any
Yikes.
rerolls?
No.
Not for water.
Not for
Not
water.
for
Not
water.
for
Yeah.
If it's 10 gold, it's too much. A reroll is too much.
Yeah, fine.
Hannah, all you see is he's just like, it's a little cup of hot water.
So
It
it's not
heals
gonna-
whatever you need it to heal.
All right, I'd like to buy it and make it heal my wounds.
Group discount then?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Group discount's great.
All right.
You all hand him over 30 gold.
How do we split it up?
Do I even have any gold?
I would say, yeah, you have some
Okay.
gold.
We have starting gold, yeah.
It's like 8 or 7 each.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Oh, wait.
I'm not the math person.
750 each.
Ugh.
Eh?
What
I
a
take-
bargain.
Is that right?
I take one of
Oh.
my coins and magically will it into some silver, so it splits it off. Because I'm
you,
pretty.
you split up your gold into silver.
No, I'm kidding. Listen, ladies, you really want the water so bad. I'll just spring for it.
Okay.
Spring
you.
for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do that. You spend your money, we don't spend ours.
Oh, I
Just
must
don't forget who did this.
I must get more of my little porcelain cups as he kind of pulls out a beautiful engraved wooden box and he opens it and you see more of these beautiful porcelain teacups. There were 4 blue ones on the table and he kind of pulls out a 5th blue one, but this one is much more periwinkle than a dark blue.
Oh.
I want to just take a look at the wagon, do a walk around real quick, because I realize we're all just fascinated with these porcelain
Sure, you
mugs.
just want to get a good look at the wagon?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the wagon is good.
Okay.
That's
You
a
are
really,
good, the wagon
really
is good.
And
idea.
I'm feeling really skeptical of the situation. It feels like someone, at least one person, should not drink the water.
Yes, that's a good call.
It feels that way to me. And
Wait,
maybe
I
that's
Yeah.
maybe that's some bad assumptions because he's eccentric and that's judgmental. But that's where we are right now.
Are you saying
Well, then-
don't drink the water?
I'm saying at least one person shouldn't drink the water,
think
and
that's a good
I'm
idea.
happy to be that person.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
I'd like to stealthily take out the dead body of Floyd and compare the blue periwinkle cup that I was just given to see if it's the same exact shade as Floyd's body.
Why are we carrying Floyd's body around?
I have plans.
I thought we left. That's right. We didn't
Floyd's
see.
body.
And let's not forget,
We don't
Clyde
have-
was blue.
Why does she
fairy.
have a?
Oh, God.
Why do you have a?
Well, no, stealthily. You might
Oh, I
not
didn't
see
see
me do
it.
this.
You're right.
It's
Sorry.
okay. You might not.
You're right.
And we didn't see that you had it in the first
Roll me
place.
2d6 plus your skill.
What?
I'm gonna say canny. Actually, I'll say canny. You're doing kind of gotta be canny with it.
Oh, there's a
Mushroom
I
spiral.
rolled a
mushroom.
mushroom with it.
a 7? 7?
7 mushrooms.
Yes, 7 mushrooms.
7 mushrooms.
You take out the corpse of Floyd. Floyd, and you begin to compare it to the cup, but unfortunately, because Floyd has been decaying, his color has left his body, and he's kind of turned into like a grayish fairy.
And I can't recall.
You cannot recall if it was the exact color. Thank you so much for the reroll. We do have 1 reroll.
Thank you.
All right, I'd like to stealthily put it back.
Great, you do it.
All right, ladies, bottoms up.
Who's drinking the water?
I'm gonna drink
Great.
half of it.
Half of it?
There's not a drug I haven't survived yet.
Great.
No water.
So
No water for
D, you drink half the water. You take only 2 points of health back.
Oh, okay. So skeptical.
Oh, I was at full HP, so it didn't do anything to me.
Oh.
Hot water, good for the heart.
Well, I didn't
good
throw
for
out the other-
soul.
I just down the whole cup that I get.
Great. Ooh, Braga, this water just really, really does it for you, and you get 5 health points
Yes!
back.
Guys, this is great. This is great hot water.
Wow, I'm
Aren't you
feeling-
glad I made us stop?
How hot is it? Just want to
It's
know.
like perfect tea temperature. Like, ooh, it's just warm enough. It's not hot enough to burn your tonguey.
great.
but,
like drinking one fell swoop as opposed to like gonna burn myself.
No, yeah, you're gonna drink in one fell swoop.
I'm gonna drink it in one fell swoop and drink it all.
Great. You get 4 points of health back.
Does it also turn me on? because I feel a little intimidated.
I'm gonna roll 2d6. You're a little turned on.
Guys, I don't know about you, but my nipples are hard.
What? Wait, what?
You're weird, Anna.
I can't talk about bodily functions with you. Of course you can.
I still have the other half
You
of my
do.
water, so
Kind of watching everybody else. You're gonna finish the rest of it off.
I'm gonna
D.
drink it.
Oh,
It
great.
feels great, D.
Ooh, D, yeah, you finish that off and you are back to full health.
Hey, are your nipples hard, D?
are my nipples
Oh.
Stop rolling with this.
Emily, hey, dear friend Emily, that
Hey,
I never thought I would ask you this question, but are my nipples
D, you are so turned on by this water.
Oh.
And you're about to go see Greg again.
Oh.
Wow, I'm really, really disappointed.
There is one more cup of water left.
I mean, I think I just got to do it because I
Great.
feel
Yeah.
really.
Oh no, we're running
should
out of
drink.
time.
I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it.
Violet.
You drink it, Violet. Once you kind of you were at full health as well, so you are you're good.
Just a little strong.
Do you want to see if you're turned on? By
I need to know if I'm turned on.
You should roll for me and Braga too. I feel.
Okay,
I guess we
great.
all have to know.
We all
now.
need to know.
Violet, you are nope. There is nothing. It's not working for you.
Okay, all right. I need to just think about orc days.
Betty, you start to feel a little tingles in the jingles. And
I can't wait to
Braga-
go home to Fairy. Fairy was her name, Fairy.
Oh yeah.
Braga, you're really turned on by this water.
I'm what? What?
I don't
Sounds
know,
like
but
we're gonna prepare our wagons tonight.
but-
You know what I mean?
Whoa! Perfect. In fact, I'd like to ride actually on the horse tonight.
Water. It was. Ooh, did
good
you
idea.
like the water? Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
People think that selling hot water is silly, but I tell them I bring it from a very special spring. I put it in very special buckets, and then I put it in little tiny
yeah,
containers.
you said that one
Heard the
already.
story.
In the
Okay.
silver kettle, and it
Yeah,
does
well-
wonders. I can't tell people though, because if you tell people the water has magical properties, then people start to doubt you. It's bad for business. You just have to say it's hot water and placebo affect it so that people then believe that perhaps it is themselves that's healing themselves. If it's just a tiny cup of hot water, then perhaps the magic was in them all along and they had the power to heal themselves.
Wow,
Hey,
almost the
what's-
opposite.
what's
of
your
placebo.
name?
My name's Bobbit, but you can call me Bob.
Hey Bob, you should come to Palisades and set up shop there. There's gonna be a cool festival.
Yeah, you should
There's
come.
going to be
There
a
is?
festival.
Yeah,
yeah.
Braga.
Oh,
That's what I
cool.
tell you.
for.
That sounds
Oh.
fun.
A festival, well, perhaps people, that means a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of customers who would want to buy my little cups of water.
If you say little that way, you will sell many cups of
Yeah.
water.
In
It is
fact,
cute.
Bobbit, if
Yes.
you want us to take us to the spring, you think about all the water you could carry, take you to the spring, and then take you to the festival. We could carry a lot of water.
Well, hold up.
Oh, unfortunately, I cannot tell anyone where my secret spring is. That's a business trade. But I will. You say it's in Palisades as he starts to pack up his
shit.
tiny little
If you
table.
want to ride to Palisades, protected by the Rat Queens, we would charge you 60 gold pieces.
Oh, I need the money, unfortunately. I need to keep up the cleaning costs for all the containers. I have a lot of containers that I must upkeep. But thank you. You see, I wander on my own. He pulls out like the tiniest, like, ruddiest short sword
Aw.
ever. I carry a little protection on myself. No one really bothers with a man if you say you're selling hot water. They think you're crazy. But thank you so much. Your patronage has been much appreciated. I did not get any of your names. Will I see?
I'm D.
D.
Braga.
Braga.
Violet.
Violet.
Betty.
Betty.
Julie.
Julie. Wonderful to meet you all. I will see you in Palisades as he kind of tucks his portable stove in a little box, and you see almost like magically all of his belongings kind of dance their way into a little carrying, a little magical
goodness.
suitcase.
Gotta get this
And
guy
Mary
down.
Poppins style, all the
Ooh.
objects just kind of go into this magical suitcase as it magically clicks together and pops up into his hand as he begins walking towards Palisades.
Well, isn't he a magical little fella?
Yeah.
I like Bob.
It's cute.
He's so enchanting.
I'm excited to see him again.
I'm
Aw,
excited to see Greg.
guys,
Oh,
we should
we
have
gotta
got
go see Greg.
we should have got a cup of hot water for Greg.
Oh,
Oh yeah, good point.
yeah.
Oh,
It's too late.
Too late.
I'd like to sit on the horse when we ride back.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill to see if you can ride this horse.
Come on, ride the train.
And ride it. Heart?
Skill.
Hold on, I want to have a 0, 8.
8. You ride it, but because you're sitting, this horse is like a workhorse, so it doesn't have a saddle on it, so it's not feeling super good. It's a little too
You
bumpy.
don't know how enjoyable that might be.
It's not
Okay.
as enjoyable.
Your old mate, it's not.
Emily knows.
It's somewhat
It's
enjoyable, but not
The
fully.
Texan girl knows.
What?
Wait, what? Oh, Texan. That's just a texting. I was like, where are we going? What is happening?
What world are we in? What's happening?
As you all climb aboard the carriage,
In the little
I have
cave.
climbed a bar.
Hannah then mounts herself upon, I'm gonna say Jonas. You climb upon Jonas as you all begin to, with Betty at the reins, make your way back to the Mustang meadery. You approach kind of at sundown. You were hoping to get back to Palisades by nightfall, but having to detour and go back. The sun is setting beautifully above the trees next to the Mustang meadery. As you see Greg outside in like rolled up sleeves, wiping the sweat from his centaur brow as he's been chopping down wood to make repairs for the burning barrels and the damage that was caused by the fight the previous day.
Oh my god.
Is everyone besides me still really horny?
I'm super horny.
You two are super horny. You two are slightly horny.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yes, because I was definitely turned off by Jonas.
Yeah.
Greg, we came back 'cause we. Wait, what was the story?
Greg.
Greg.
goblin.
Hey.
Goblin.
Goblin.
Hi.
I'm gonna get off the wagon and just like I'm feeling a little bolder because I'm enchanted by the hot water.
Yes.
So I'm doing something Dee would never normally do. I'm just gonna walk right up to Greg and just kind of like gently
Yes.
pat his shoulder.
I'm gonna say you're doing a get sassy for me.
I'm
So
gonna
roll
get
me
sassy.
2d6 plus your guts.
Oh no, not good.
Don't
There is a
fail.
get sexy though, isn't there?
Yeah,
There's
there is a
get
get
sexy.
Oh,
sexy.
there's get sexy. That's right. Okay. I'm gonna say, how would you like to do that? Tenderly, intensely, intuitively, or with your technique? I'm gonna say
not technique.
Whatever you got the most of.
I'm gonna
I
say
would
that's like
like
a
to get
tender.
tenderly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So let's do get
Tenderly.
sexy then. So roll me 2d6 plus your heart.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, 7.
You do have one reroll.
I'd use it.
I mean, we're just embarrassed for you. We
It's
want
gonna
you to.
be.
No.
It's still a success at cost, so I don't want to risk it. I want to save that.
Okay.
Okay.
We still have to defend the actual mead.
Good point. Good point.
Okay. So here's what I tried. I just tenderly caress his shoulder.
Oh gosh.
Greg,
Oh.
we had a little trouble.
He's a hand-rolled cigarette in his mouth.
You know, there was a goblin, and did you see my skulls? I don't know if you're into skulls. I'm super into skulls. There was this goblin that just tried to steal a barrel, and we broke it, and we just need a couple more just for safety, and we won't bother you again. Did you see my skulls?
I did, D. That's horrible. You say goblin. Huh?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought we got rid of them all, but it makes sense. There might be another one lingering around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how many barrels was it?
We lost one barrel, but we wanted to get some extras for safety, you know, just in case. And we just want to make sure your product reaches all of the waiting mouths in Palisades.
The mouths, you say?
Yeah, all of them.
Dang.
Roll me 2d6.
Your erotica's really paying off right now.
I'm gonna say with your social plus heart because this is a good conversation.
Holy
Woo.
crapola.
Oh!
Do we?
Yeah, it's house rules.
No, I'll re-roll it because I got a good.
That was really magical.
Shit.
Oh! All right, gently.
Gently.
Good one.
He likes
You,
it. He
you
loves
know
it.
an RPG full of women gets excited by a sexy roll.
D, as
Am I turned on right now?
you are still, everyone is still like, you are watching this and you're like, yes. So Greg kind of, you see his tail kind of flicker for a sec. It's like, for the first time in Greg's life, he is caught off guard by your sexiness, D, as he kind of walks up close to you and you just see him, he drops the cigarette and extinguishes it with his back right hoof. As he comes up to you and kind of gently takes a hand and kind of caresses the skull necklace on you and says, yes, something you didn't know about me, but it's very intuitive for you to know. I'm quite fond of skulls as well. Sure, I think that makes complete sense. I mean, you know what? Have 2 barrels on me. I'm sorry I wasn't more hospitable to you, D, when you were here. I'm gonna go get them. And Greg is flustered, and so he goes back to his storage room kind of quickly, but you see he's kind of trotting on his way over there.
I turn to the wagon and I'm like, I did that.
Wait, okay, you should go in with him.
You gotta get it. You
Go
gotta
have
get it.
sex.
This-
He's literally
I
asking.
mean, while we're here.
Do you want to roll a get sexy roll?
Yeah.
All right, let's do
Roll
it.
a 12. Roll a 12. Roll a 12.
I'm gonna say it's 2d6 plus your heart.
God. I'm surprised it only took us episode 3 to get to this. Oh, snap.
That's an 8.
We have a reroll.
Oh, no.
8's not bad.
So with the get sexy on a 10 plus, your lover is satisfied. And you form a bond with this NPC, so then Greg would be able to support you.
Oh, but that's on a 10 plus.
On a 7 to a 9, you performed admirably, but you must choose a condition below. Something awkward happened. This meant something, as in, like, this meant something a little more serious to Greg. You forgot Greg's name during the act, or everyone heard you.
That one.
Last one. We're probably just gonna like heavily make out because D.
D just wants to heavily make out.
Yeah,
But so you're gonna keep the 8.
I'm gonna keep the 8. I feel I kind of want the bond, but then so something awkward makes a lot of sense for D.
Great.
Yeah, that's true.
I think so. Yeah.
Something awkward happens.
So the something awkward that happens is as yes, you're just kind of making out. Greg's into it. He's lit a few candles.
Oh my God.
That was quick.
I know. He put the barrels onto the wagon and he was like, D, can you come inside to help me with something for a second? I want to show you my skull, my ceramic skull collection.
Get it, girl. Show him your private skull, girl.
As you go inside and you see that he lives in like the most chic little abode. You have not been in Greg's house, but there's like a cold there's a French press on the stove.
Oh, right, the cold French press.
There's hanging succulents. Like it is a very nice little cabin. As he kind of lights a few candles and kind of sits on his giant kind of centaur beanbag bed.
What? Oh, beanbag
I just
bed.
deep burst out laughing like.
Like,
oh, I'm sorry. Is that where you sleep?
oh my God. Yes.
That's your bed. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing.
Oh my God.
You see, as centaurs, we do have horse bodies, so I cannot sleep in a normal bed.
I'm sorry, I should have
I don't think anyone's ever made fun of my bed before.
It's nervous laughter. I'm not making. It's not you. It's just me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so as you start to make out, it's making out. He's still kind of slightly into it, but now he's really like embarrassed, and he feels sad because you made fun of his bed, and so he's kind of self-guessing and more hurt than anything. He's not mad at you. He's just kind of like his hope for love in this world has been kind of dashed a bit because if non-centaur people are going to laugh at the horse bed, then it kind of hurts him a little bit. So yes, you have a nice make-out sesh.
In the middle of it, I stop and say, you know what? I have to explain the laughter again.
Nope, you really don't need to.
Here's the thing, though. No, but Greg, listen.
Right.
I thought since you were a centaur, like half horse, you would stand up while sleeping. I didn't like think you would need a bed. But like,
It's really
is
making
that
it
wrong?
worse.
Is that wrong to think that? Like, I don't know. I've read a lot of horse books.
You're thinking of
and-
me you're thinking of me as a horse, and
You're not a horse.
and not as a man.
I'm so sorry. Oh my
I
God.
see that.
Oh my god, I did it again.
I think you know what? It's been a long day. I need to keep working on things here, but
I should go. I should go.
you know, maybe we'll see. I'll see you another time. Maybe.
Invite him to the festival.
You should come to the festival.
I might.
I just
My
heard
Mead is debuting there. I might see you there.
You
I
should- you
just
should come
don't
to the
want this to
festival.
be an awkward thing.
Is Dwarf Dave around anywhere?
Yeah, where's Dwarf Dave?
Dwarf Dave is asleep in his own loft in the meadery. He's built kind of like a makeshift loft up there as he's been Greg's new assistant.
Aww.
I'll see you there.
Okay, I'm
see you
sorry
there.
for laughing.
No,
it's all me.
It's all
not you.
fine.
I'm just
It's all good in
doesn't
the
usually happen.
in the hoof. Or hoof in the hoof. As he embarrasses himself and says the first not cool thing in his life.
You shook at him.
Yeah.
I walk out laughing. Just what just happened?
D, stop laughing. Oh, you're crazy. What's going on?
I get onto the wagon laughing.
Oh, I think we should go. I don't think it went well.
It might have went well.
very well.
Did it
based
go?
on the noises she's
I mean,
making.
laughing is a bad reaction to doing it.
Did he break your brain?
Let's just get on our way.
Do we have the mead?
Yeah,
He-
we got
he
the meat.
loaded
It's
it.
loaded up. We have an extra barrel.
Okay.
Ah.
He gave it to us with both barrels.
You all right? I sit next to D. I'm like, yo, what happened?
I made out with him and said a lot of awkward things.
I mean, that makes sense. You're you.
Yeah.
How did you ever be married before?
I don't know.
That man still loves you, right?
Yeah, he's sweet and all, but you know.
I mean, he's no centaur.
Well, yeah, that's true. And he's not of this adventuring life. It just wouldn't work out.
No, I don't blame you.
I yelled from the front of the carriage. So was he like enormous or what? Was it like horse size or was it like dude sized? Or because it's like, are you okay? Ooh.
I mean, we do have confirmation of size, but only meta.
Yeah. As the five of you then ride into the night,
was
as it
big.
is the night, down the roads back to Palisades. You start driving the cart. Betty, I take it you were once again driving the cart as you have the best horsemanship skills.
I'm going to sit up front this time and not next to the barrels of me.
That's a good choice, I think.
I like that.
Nice.
I want to be in the back, ready to go, just in case there's
Yeah.
another tree that decides to say
That
hey
we
to
have
us.
to talk to that wasn't going to bother us.
Just in case.
Okay.
So yes, as you begin to head down the road, you're making good time. Yes, Violet, you are on the watch. You're kind of looking out. So everything seems to be pretty okay. The goblins that were the biggest concern of these roads between Palisades and Raven's Hollow were taken out by you all. The previous day, you had defeated kind of the goblin horde and the goblin organization that was plaguing those who travel on this road. As you kind of continue into the night, the stars are beautiful overhead. The moon is it's getting a quarter the way full. It was a crescent. I think it was a new moon the other night, so it's been growing a little bit. As you
That's
continue down the road, you see two little lanterns kind of set up.
Very
And you see your familiar friend Bobbit stopped and watching what appears to be a marionette show. And that is where we're going to take our intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Enjoy these next videos of fan art and upcoming shows at Hyper RPG. But stay here. We're going to be right back, and you don't want to miss what happens next.
I don't.
Hello, and welcome to Kolak, America's heart. Life is generally easy in Kolak. The spirit of our small town is built around enjoying life, despite our technological empire. Kolak is like Paris. Art, music, and treasures of life are not just incidental. They are central to the spirit of our little town. This is a special gift for visitors and those who live in our vast green valley. Kolak's natural beauty can be thanked to the peaks that tower over us in our four corners, shielding us from the elements. Spend the day at Crater Lake, fed by the ever-flowing Riley River, America's heart. Enjoy our historic Main Street, or take a tour of our world-famous Shepherd's Winery, my favorite. Kolak prides itself in being a world leader in renewable energy and advanced medicine, all thanks to our most famous attraction, Synchroneity Tech. Many new families find their home in Kolak. Brought in to fill one of the country's most exciting genetic research facilities, many open roles. Science is at the very soul of Kolak, unlike anywhere else in the world. Gated by nature itself. You found yourself back at the start.
Hi guys, this is Malika, and I want to tell you about an awesome new Chrome/Firefox extension. It's called Retail Me Not Genie, and it automatically searches for coupon codes and cashback deals while you shop online. Best of all, it's free! All you gotta do is follow the link. It only takes 30 seconds to install. Now, whenever you shop online, Retail Me Not Genie will notify you if there's a coupon code or a cashback deal that will save you money. Again, this only works for the people in the United States who use Chrome or Firefox when you shop online. Now support this awesome live stream and save yourself some money.
This is not a new story. This is merely another chapter of an endless strife. A tale of blood that's been spilling for millennia. In a fringe galactic arm, centuries-long warp storms cease, making its resource-rich planets traversable again and ripe for conquest. The Imperium of Man launch a crusade to reclaim old human colonies established before the storms began. The ruinous powers, knowing of the weakened warp, flood the quadrant, seeking to plague every corner with chaos. The Tau and the Eldari form a temporary alliance to rid the Imperium and the ruinous powers from the untainted galaxy. And the orcs, drawn to the smell of blood and riches, seek glory through the crucible of battle. The race to control the system begins. This is not a new story, but it is our story. Welcome to the grim, dark dawn.
Everyone so much for your fan art. We got to see some fan art in there. We got to see some cool upcoming shows at Hyper RPG. And if you're excited about those shows, and if you're excited about this show, feel free and be inspired to contribute at oneshot.storylogic.com. $25 per hashtag reroll. we are gonna get into seeing some stuff soon. So our ladies might need some rerolls. And then, of course, we've got baggage at $50. Hashtag any of our characters' names. We've got some combos. We haven't seen any combo moves yet. That's $75 with hashtag combo. And then finally, thank you so much for the NPCs so far. I'm excited to see what happens next with hashtag NPC at $100. If you're watching on YouTube later, or if you're listening to our show via the podcast, if you feel so inspired, if you're loving what you're listening to, why don't you go over to twitch.com and give a little subscribe to Hyper RPG and just support this channel. We love creating this art with you. We love telling stories with you. This is one of my favorite nights of the week. I'm so happy to be here with you. So thank you all for making this happen. All right, now let us jump back in. You see in front of you 2 lanterns, kind of enchanted oil lanterns, as your friend Bob Bobbitt appears to be watching what you can kind of make out as a marionette show. A small little marionette stage has been set up on the side of the road. A lot of road travelers on the road to Palisades, perhaps they have heard about the upcoming Summer Solstice Festival. You see in this little tiny puppet theater these kind of tiny tattered red curtains that line this little stage, as you see these marionettes begin to dance and make silly gestures and hit each other and smack each other around, as the man behind them wears a very flaunty black hat with a beautiful red plume of a feather. He has a very sharp face with very high shoulders and a sharp black goatee. As you see him playing on this enchanted flute that is seemingly making the marionettes dance. He is decorated in this kind of black and red velveteen outfit as you just see him, his eyes down, focused on playing his music as the marionettes dance. And you see Bobbit, oh, yes! Oh, I love the little dolls when they dance. This is wonderful. And he sees your wagon. Oh, yes! Braga, Violet, Betty, Julie. Yes, come see. There's little puppets that are dancing.
Cool.
I know how to make puppets dance.
Let's go.
I jump off the wagon.
Betty, yeah, you stop the wagon and you jump off of it.
Betty, I'd like to stay behind and keep the wagon safe.
Is it nighttime?
It is nighttime. Okay. So you see, this little puppet stage has some kind of mystical, enchanted little stage lights that are that are lighting up the puppets. As you see, the 2 kind of gas lanterns are also helping illuminate the scene.
I want to do a get situated to look around.
Ooh,
I feel like, yeah.
I like that.
Because I feel like we're being gaslit by these gas lanterns.
Whoa! Dropping the puns.
Wonderful. All right, roll me 2d6 plus your canny.
Which is a tough roll for
Braga.
me, but let's see what happens. Okay, so I have just give me a 7 on that one because I have 8 minus 1.
A 7. All right, Braga, you can ask me one of those questions.
Okay, so the questions that I have are... Okay, I'm going to ask what's going on here that isn't obvious to me?
Ooh.
Braga, with your... What do your orc eyes see? With your one very, very good orc eye and your keen senses, you are able to see that as you kind of look and see Bob, yay, oh yes, applauding and clapping, you're the only one who notices this, but his eyes seem to be turned a different color.
Oh, no.
They seem to be all black. Like his pupils are all black. You no longer see the blue of his iris. It's a completely blacked out eyes. His eyes are completely blacked out. Oh, yes, I love the little puppets dancing. Yes, yes, yes. Play the music more.
Pine cone.
Hey, what's up? I love you too.
Oh,
I love you,
It's
but
nice
look at
having
his,
you. Well,
look at his eyes.
oh, okay. Do I look at his eyes and do I see anything?
I'm going to say because Braga
Point out.
pointed it out and you are also very keen as well. You're very perceptive. You do see that, poor Bobbit's eyes are, yeah, they are black.
Oh, that's no good. We gotta take down this pan flute player marionette man.
Suddenly, the puppets inside the marionette theater kind of fall down as he stops playing his flute. He repositions himself and then begins to play another song.
Ooh.
And you see the puppets kind of rise and they start to like look in your direction, Betty and Braga.
I want to throw my hands up and do. I have thieves can't, so I can do hand signals that we all understand.
Cool.
So I wanted to say like, this guy is bad. Bad man must defeat him.
I get stabby immediately.
Great. And yes,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, because we've reached $500, this is the tension. This is the group tension.
Oh, God.
The puppeteer is going to attack. And what you didn't notice is that as these puppets raised up and looked your way, Bobbit, who was applauding, had then stopped and turns
Aw,
and
Bob,
looks
no.
your way and withdraws his rusty short sword.
No, little guy.
We should
Okay.
have equipped him.
All right.
I'm gonna kill
My
the
gets
fuck out
stabby.
of
I'm
him.
going right for the puppet master.
Braga, as you feel ready to get stabby, you kind of look at Betty, and you two are feeling what appears to be a combo move.
Yes.
Yay!
So, Braga and Betty, what is the combo move you're gonna do on? Who are you attacking? The puppets, the puppeteer, or
Braga,
Bob?
I think the main problem here is that guy has that magic flute is controlling the puppets, and I think maybe Bobbit.
I agree. Here's what I think I think we should do. I think because I can pick you up.
Okay.
I think that like I grab you and swing and kind of toss you so that you hit the two puppets while I throw my axe at the puppeteer.
All right, let's do this. Do we have a name for the combo? This is I think a variation on Smidge and Shredder we did on episode 1.
This
Yeah.
is similar to the Smidge and Shredder.
Yeah.
Seems like bowling too.
Smidge and bowling.
Or you could call it the Smidgen Strike.
Yes. Smidge and strike.
All right, guys, ready? Smidgen
Strike.
So yes, suddenly, yes, you're lunged forward, Betty, as you come tumbling into the puppeteer.
I threw her at the puppets and
Oh.
then I swung at the puppeteer.
Wonderful. So yes, Betty, as you are thrown into the puppets, you break the poor, beautiful little puppet theater. As you kind of land on top of them, you feel their wriggling bodies beneath you, kind of trying to climb on top of you. Yes, Braga, you take a nice with your axe. You take a nice swipe at the puppeteer. He's still holding on to his flute, but in protection of his flute, he kind of puts his shoulder in the way as you kind of cleave him right in the shoulder pretty well as he starts to bleed.
Question: is he still playing?
He's still playing.
Okay.
And Bobbit is now lunging for you, Hannah. What do you
Well,
want
I
to do?
was at the wagon.
Oh, you were at the wagon?
I've been staying.
I'm on the wagon too.
I really want to run towards them.
Great. I'm gonna say, Violet, as you kind of see like that Betty and Braga are suddenly getting into a fight. Violet, you were brandishing your weapon. You were sitting on the back of that wagon ready for a fight. You jump down as Bobbit kind of turns your way and starts to head towards you with his little sword.
Yikes. I don't think that Bobbit is the real villain here, but I'm just gonna knock his hand.
You just want to, you just kind of like,
I want to maim him.
Yeah. So you
God.
want to disarm him.
I want to disarm him.
Okay.
You could also
Really?
knock him out and just make him go to Betty. Bye.
We're the Rat Queens. We don't fuck around.
I know.
But it's Bobbit.
I'm gonna knock it out of his hand. I'm gonna knock that rusty knife out of his hand.
Great. Roll me 2d6 plus your guts. We do have 3 rerolls. Thank you so much for the rerolls.
Oh, good. We may need them because that's a 6.
Okay, great.
Oh, good timing, rerolls.
Good timing, Greedles.
All right, that's better. That's an 11.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, with an 11, you like with the. I feel like. How do you want to describe to me how you do this?
I actually would like to take the flat side of my axe, and I just like to be like,
yeah, you just like bop his hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You bop it.
I bop it.
Bop it. And you.
Baby little guy.
And yeah, as you bop his hand, he releases his sword and kind of like he's an old man, so he kind of stumbles for a second, and then is just trying to get back on his feet as he turns. He's still kind of trying to get his situation together. He's still being enchanted though, so
yeah,
he's trying to get his bearings.
We're both on the wagon still, right? I'm gonna be like, Hannah, Just get rid of the flute. Just get rid of the flute.
I have a feeling, and go with me on this, it's actually the puppets controlling the flute guy.
Oh, what?
I'm just saying we should split and conquer, and I will kill the puppets, and you kill the flute guy. Like just
you
in
want
case.
me to get up in there? You have just.
All right,
I don't
you
have
know
that kind
I'm-
of magic.
You know I'm just gonna fireball everything. So
While they're negotiating, can we make another?
Yeah, sure. As they're talking, like we cut to
We're so not
you two
threatened.
like whispering on the wagon, like I don't know, maybe. And in the background, you see like flailing and puppet pieces, like the wood from the little theater flying into the air.
we're like
I'm
just
gonna-
catching up.
I'm gonna use my sword this time,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna go right for his throat so he can't play the flute.
Oh my gosh!
Damn.
Shit.
Dang!
Yeah.
Roll me 2d6 plus your
Get it,
strength.
girl.
Plus your guts. Your guts.
All right. Okay, that's it's only gonna be a 6.
Re-roll.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Re-roll.
How many do we have?
You have one left after this.
Okay.
You got this.
Oh,
Oh,
They're
both
table
free, right?
rolls.
really,
yeah.
I'm really excited for this one. All right.
Gentle.
Okay, so that one's gonna be. That's actually gonna be an 8.
Okay.
No,
Wait.
sorry, a 9.
A 9.
Okay.
So with the 9, as you get close to him, you wanna get him in the throat. Oh, you wanna get him in the throat so good.
bad.
He kind of is watching you now, and he's kind of watching your feet and seeing where you're throwing your body weight, kind of where you're seeing. Unfortunately, he is able to predict where you're going to strike next. So as you kind of aim for his throat directly right here, he kind of quickly dodges, and so you kind of cleave him right here in the neck. He's starting to bleed, so he's starting. This right side of him has taken some nasty damage as he's starting to bleed, but he's still able to play his flute. These tiny little marionettes are now climbing on top of you and trying to like hit you and stab you with their tiny little marionette swords.
This
Don't stab
sucks.
Pinecone.
I want to try to grab as many as I can and shove them into my pouch.
Ooh, I love that. I love
With all the
that.
mushrooms in it.
I love that.
Great, roll me 2d6. I'm gonna say plus guts because you're trying to actually. I'm gonna say canny because it's quick thinking. Because they're
Okay.
trying to attack you and you're defying some danger.
These little things suck. That is 6, 7, 8. It's an 8.
Great. So you're able to these little puppets are pretty sprightly and they're kind of walking. They're kind of getting all over the place and they're quickly moving. So you're able to grab one and throw him into your purse as he's kind of like muffled and but you feel it's kind of slow.
Get in there, ding dong.
But the other one does with his like little it's like his little toothpicky kind of sword just kind of punctures you in the hand for 1 point of damage.
Aw.
Puppets have swords?
These puppets suck, but guys,
Depending on what story they're telling.
attack the other guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it was like an old story or like a new modern one?
Hannah, do you want to help us fight these things?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I without looking.
Oh, you didn't get to do your second attack.
Oh yeah, real quick. I bobbed it, and then I just ran towards the flute guy with my mouth open, like, and then I got the flute. I'm trying to go for the flute with my mouth.
I love that.
Can I help in any way? Because that's
Yes,
awesome.
you can help her out.
That is awesome.
Even emotionally, be like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, you go get him, Violet.
Finally putting that.
Would you say that was skill or gut?
Wait, but I roll first.
So
I
Dee's-
would say
so
so,
Dee's got to roll with her violet
Great.
bond first to see if
I'm
you
gonna
get
try to
if
help
you get a
you.
+1.
Is it just the
2d6
the
plus
bond?
your
Okay.
plus your bond with if you bond with
Oh,
violet.
bad.
Uh-oh. Ooh. So
Well, I didn't help.
unfortunately with a 5 you did put yourself out there, Dee.
So
as the puppet master then sees kind of what you were trying to do. You see him start to play a different tune and this kind of purple magic starts to come out of his flute. And now Dee, you are now being possessed by the puppet master.
Do I still go for it?
You can still go for it, but Dee's gonna stop you. So you have to get past Dee. Dee is gonna be in your way.
Punch her in
Dee
the butt.
steps in your way.
Oh shit.
Skin flute.
Oh,
So what did you want to do to stop Dee?
I would like to kiss her. Can I do that? Can
Sure.
I?
Using your power, the power of love. You're
Yeah.
trying to break the spell on your
Yeah.
friend.
Heard the song in my
Yeah,
head.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is
The song's
only
in my
going
head
to
right
go
now.
bad.
What did you roll?
Oh, I rolled a 5.
Power of love.
Or
You
not.
try to kiss her and it does not work.
Yeah. I'd like to just, with precision aim, put the flute guy to sleep.
Ooh,
Like,
I like that.
Okay, that's with precision.
that's what I'm saying, because I'm
Okay.
like, I'm so lackadaisical about it. I'm like,
Great.
this is a waste of
Roll
my
me
time.
2d6 plus your skills.
Okay. But if you...
There's a lot of stuff on your tray. What is happening?
Oh, there's a
lot
whole
of
bunch of
mushrooms.
mushrooms. They're just debris.
I'm sitting next to the right.
You have one more mushroom right there, by the way.
Right in front of the.
Yeah, it might change. Oh,
Nope,
it's
Oh,
different.
fuck. With any rerolls or no?
We have 2.
I'm gonna use
Oh,
it.
Use it.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Great, we have 1. Thank you so much for the rerolls.
Yay.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Ah!
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
No, wait, 9. I could do better
Okay.
than that.
No,
Eh,
no.
that's
Plus
pretty
what? Nothing?
Okay, 9.
9.
Because it's a skill, right? Was that right? Or canny? What did you say I
It's
rolled
skill.
with? Okay, yeah,
Skill.
so it's 9.
So with
Nagrius fall asleep with us.
So with a 9, unfortunately, it is not a precision hit. You kind of hit him in the side of his head. You don't hit him directly kind of in the third eye, which is where you needed to hit him with this spell. So for a moment,
Oh.
his...
If only I had finished mage school, I would have known.
So as he kind of gets knocked back a bit, and you see that the playing of his flute has gotten a little slower. So D, you're kind of moving at a slower pace, but you're still being controlled, and you're still kind of blocking the way. And Bobbit is just he's kind of come back on his feet, and he's gonna come back and try and attack you and jump you and strangle you.
What an idiot.
No. Right
No.
now.
Yes.
I'm just gonna have to try to hit him in the head, knock him out.
Okay, roll me 2d6 plus
Yeah.
your guts.
Gently.
Gently. Save the hot water.
That is a 9.
Oh,
With a 9. So yeah, you go and just, I feel like 2 hands over the head, you just try to bop him.
Bop.
Try to bop it. But unfortunately, you're so terrified because now D seems to be under this control. You hit him a little too hard, and he falls to the ground and kind of hits his head, and his head starts to bleed a little bit.
No.
But Bobbit is incapacitated for the rest of the fight, so he will no longer be a threat. But he is a little injured by you.
It's his fault for watching a stupid marionette show.
yeah. I want to throw a dagger at the flute to try to knock it out of his hands.
Great. Roll me 2d6 plus yes skill.
Skill? Okay. 6, 7, 8. That's a 7 though.
It's a 7. We have a reroll.
Reroll.
Should I reroll it?
Yeah.
We need this
Yeah.
man to
Ooh,
go
ooh,
down.
We need.
All right, let's do it.
All right, no
He
more
has sang his
rerolls.
last
6,
note.
7, 8. It's a 7 again.
Okay. All right.
The rest
Great.
The, universe
The
wants you to roll a
gods have
7.
spoken.
As you throw your knife, as you kind of like line up your throwing knife and try to quickly nail it at his flute, trying to knock it out of his hands. Once again, kind of knowing that like I gotta protect this flute at all costs. The puppet man quickly turns his body, and so that his left forearm gets the knife. He is bleeding. He is staggering, but he's feeling a little sleepy, but he is still playing this flute. D, you are now lunging
gosh.
at Braga.
Oh,
Braga,
gosh.
what do you want to do?
Oh, don't kill me.
I'm gonna do the kind of bully move of like putting my hand on Dee's head so she can't reach me with anything.
I love it.
Great. Roll me 2d6 plus your gut.
Okay.
It's a physical move.
Yeah!
Ooh, that's gonna be a 12. Wait.
Whew.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
a 13.
Oh, dang. So yes, Braga, luckily you were able to hold D back. She's not able to swipe at you. When you were holding her gently enough, you were not causing D any physical harm.
Okay.
Good friend.
This might not work because I guess she's my target, not the flute guy, but I do have this hack and slash thing where if I get a 12 plus, I can choose a physical object my target has and destroy it.
Yeah, she's
Nice.
kind of in your way.
Okay,
You were
that's
using
fair.
that. You were using that move, namely to stop her.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
And because you rolled a 12, you were able to stop her so gently, so well that she is not hurting you, and you are not hurting her.
Perfect.
Puppet Man still kind of staggering around, still playing his flute.
I'd like to see if I can telepathically link with him and understand, like, A, tell him to stop, and B, like, find out why he's doing this. Like, what's his bag? Like why are you just playing puppets in the middle of the road, in the middle of
Chanting people and shit.
loser?
Roll me 2d6 plus your heart. Yeah, because you're trying to connect with an NPC.
6. Are there any rerolls?
No.
I used the last one.
Yeah, 6.
Hannah, as you try to connect with this puppet man, you're trying to open your mind to him. Suddenly, he kind of straightens up and he starts to play a different song on his flute. And now you are also possessed by the puppet man.
How did I not see that coming?
Oh my god.
kill him.
I want to get rangy and decapitate him. That's all I want to do.
You just want to like throw it?
I want to throw it. I want to aim for his neck. That's what I want.
Great. Roll me 2d6. What's your
That
skill?
was really dumb. Oh, hello, friend.
Hello, puppet friend.
Yes!
Okay, that's an 11.
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
Right.
You see the kind of the bodies of Hannah and Dee kind of being controlled as if they were puppets, their limbs kind of moving. Braga, you still kind of blocking Dee as she's just kind of swiping puppet arms at you.
Thank you.
As, Violet, you are so done with this. You just take your sword or your axe?
It's my sword.
Great, it's
off
your
with his
sword. And you just kind of rip it back and you roll it. Yeah, you circle it in the air as you release it and it goes swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. This beautiful dwarven crafted sword glistening in the moonlight as it shimmers off of it, creating this beautiful almost like silver disc as it spins. And the puppet man, now slightly delighted that he is now taking control. Hannah does not notice it as all of a sudden he's playing and you just see his head become completely severed off by the sword.
Play your flute now, man.
As the flute drops to the ground and his head then drops to the ground, you have defeated the puppet man. And Dee and Hannah, you kind of both feel yourselves fall to the ground as you both regain consciousness. Bob,
I catch her because I'm holding her.
Yeah, you catch her. Yeah, you're able to do it. Hannah,
I just fall again.
you just fall again.
I watch Hannah fall over go.
Face front.
Does my nose break again?
Yes, it does.
Do I take damage?
No,
It
it just breaks again.
I
Yeah.
gently place D down on the
Yes.
ground.
I fix my nose, and I'd like to see if I have any residual knowledge from being psychically linked with him about why he was doing it.
Sure, roll me a 2d6 plus heart.
Maybe roll heart.
Actually,
No, it's okay. I'm taking it.
okay, heart or canny?
It doesn't matter. It's a success whether you have me do candy.
Oh,
It's
great.
10.
Oh, well, look at you.
Finally back. I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna jinx myself.
I will say,
I just want to know him. You know.
he was
What's his moat?
you see kind of into his life. He was just this kind of this man who from a young age loved to make puppets and was made fun of because of it. He was bullied. And so he decided to take out vengeance on the world around him. By first, he was delighted by creating these beautiful puppet shows with enchanted puppets for children. But as soon as people started to not trust him because they think puppets are creepy, he started to get more and more angry because this was his love and his profession. Until he started just to kind of take down others and just possess them, namely committing petty crimes. But as soon as he saw the 5 of you show up, he then kind of was inspired to kind of take you all out because he knew you were. He figured that you would come on to him pretty quickly. He was swindling Bobbit out of his money. You saw that kind of in your last vision connected with him.
Girls, I just want to say that we just killed a total loser, so
God,
the world can thank us.
And we got a free puppet.
Go Rat Queens!
Bob starts to come to. My head. Oh no, I need the hot water for myself. Oh.
Is there
Can we
hot
get it
water
for him?
around?
Yeah.
Do you see his box around?
His box is kind of where the puppet man was. The puppet man was clearly trying to like get his box away.
Does he have
from
like a
him.
thermos or a canteen that keeps the water warm?
It's got a lot of containers.
He does have a lot of containers. I'm gonna say he does have a personal
What did I say?
container on
Did I say
him.
something wrong?
We just been over the container journey more than once.
I do have a canteen that I did refill with the buckets, and
What
then I
size
put
is
in
the
a
canteen?
Even with a head injury.
It's a little silver canteen.
I don't
Little.
retain information that
silver.
losers tell me. Little silver.
Please, I have a canteen. It is little and it is silver.
Okay,
It is
I run over and grab the canteen and pour him a cup of
A cup
cup
of
of hot.
hot.
It's like it's an enchanted canteen thermos.
I'd like to go over to the puppet man and loot his body, but I want to give whatever money I find to the Bobbit dude.
Aww.
Aw. Minus what we paid for the water earlier.
Yeah.
I want to look. I want to take his
Yeah.
flute. Also,
The flute?
if
You
you-
want to keep the flute?
Yep.
Well, we
If you
should
don't
definitely
actually
make sure no one else.
destroy
I pluck
Yeah.
it away from Betty and I said, I will hold on to this until you are of age to play with it.
Of age?
I'm not a child. I just looked. I'm just short.
I know, and you're not quite of age.
I'll say roll me 2d6 plus your canny to see if you can see how much is on him.
All right. What was that one? I can't see.
A 7.
7.
Seven.
What is a canny? Okay, that's a 7. It's gonna stay right where it is.
Great. You're kind of only able to kind of search his pockets. These velveteen robes and kind of clothing of his.
Stupid fabric.
It's all like
God.
tassels and buttons and,
Why do you
and
need
weird
so many-
places and sashes.
Ugh.
Yes, so you are able to find. Ooh, you're able to find 60 pieces of gold
Damn.
in his
Alright.
pockets.
We made a
Is
profit
that
on the
from
water
us?
now.
Well,
She's giving it.
I think we'll keep half, right?
I think so.
Give him half.
I think
Yeah.
that's
So you keep 30, you give Bobbit 30.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Nice, nice.
Oh, as Bobbit drinks from his little canteen, he drinks all of his water. You see the bleeding on his head stop as then like the wound then heals itself.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's some good water.
That
Oh
is
my-
some good water.
Oh, did I do something wrong? Oh my, what did happen?
You clearly didn't do it because we were possessed as well. So.
What? I was possessed. Possessed?
Possessed.
Possessed?
It's an easy past tense
Was
verb.
it by the Was it by the puppet man and his little puppet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, it
it's
was.
exactly
Definitely.
right.
I don't know how you made it this long by yourself as a gullible old man.
Well, I am
Ah.
a fellow traveler, and so as part of the traveler's creed, you then support the small businesses of other travelers. And so I saw he was wandering. He was coming to. I was going forth. We started a talking, and he then set up a little show for me. And then I guess you all came along, and then I don't remember what happened. I just remember that the little puppets were so wonderful.
Can we insist that you ride with us?
I would actually take you up on that now, yes.
How about another round of that hot water for helping you?
Ooh.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Okay.
Yay.
Are you allowing
Does
us
anyone
to
wanna
take the
help me?
flute?
I'm allowing you to take the flute.
Okay,
I wanna
I
help,
am
but I'm
holding it
scared
on.
I
Yeah,
won't.
no.
I'm holding
Okay,
on to
fair.
it.
You
fair.
did that flute.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, yes,
should've
that's
helped.
only gonna be a 7.
Oh, okay.
A 7.
Something.
Oh,
Ooh.
you know
More
what?
shots?
It would take a long time for me to hear. He pulls out like another little canteen. It's got like a little shot amount. Essentially, he's like, it would be too much trouble for me to then set up my little table,
Fair.
set up my little portable stove, pour you each
Oh,
a little
man.
porcelain
We
cup.
got it. We got it. We saw the
We
setup.
get it.
Yeah.
You get
Um,
it? Okay.
Another question. The
Yes.
gas lamps that the puppet master had, are they portable?
Yes, they are, and they're out.
Okay. Oh, they're out. Okay, never mind. 'Cause I was gonna take one with me as like a light for us to see with. at
No, they
night.
were enchanted, and now
Okay.
they are out.
Can I-
I'd like to set this encampment on fire. Like, you know,
Wait,
no-
no.
You want to do what?
I just want to fire up these.
Burn
Are we in the forest?
You are on the side of a road. To the right of you, where this puppet man was set up, is a fence where you believe is the beginning or kind of the property edge of a farm. So
Oh.
you might set a farm on fire.
Yeah.
Hannah, no
On
more
the other side of
fire.
you is
You've
the
set
forest.
2 fires.
others-
you
yeah,
said,
Yep.
Yeah,
so-
That is
That's
correct.
enough
Yeah.
fire.
I would say just for safety.
Necreus fire.
No.
But he's
Hi.
dead. Oh.
Damn.
Roll me
Hannah.
2d6 plus your skill.
Oh snap!
This idiot only rolls good when we're shooting the bad.
What did you roll?
11.
Wait, did someone give her selfish baggage? Or is
She
this,
doesn't
this
need it.
is the
Just acting
decision
up.
she's making?
I'm gonna
being a
say
dick.
that you did make a selfish decision.
How is
'cause
that selfish? I'm trying to protect other people. These could come to life. Some idiot
Burn
may
the
go.
whole thing.
You took the flute, you ding dong.
Yeah, but I don't know where. I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. But fine, you say it's baggage.
luckily, Hannah casts a controlled fire.
Okay.
A
Wow.
control
Alright, it's a
enchanted fire.
Controlled burn.
Somewhere in a nearby cottage, a shepherd Sighs a sigh of relief in his sleep, as if he was almost terrified something bad might happen to his farm, but it won't.
And now I'm pissed. You know,
Shepherd's voice cried out in pain and was instantly silenced.
I'm not a leader of this group for no reason. I have good judgment.
not.
Oh my god.
You're all still alive.
She
Pretty
seems
good.
like she's a
Sort
leader
of.
now.
Did something happen while I was gone?
No.
I'm the leader of this group. I'm the reason we're all together.
Well,
That doesn't make you the leader.
doesn't make you the leader because, quite frankly,
Leaders don't leave.
ever.
That's right.
I think leaders develop great teams and trust and loyalty,
Which
so
makes
that no
me an
matter
excellent
what,
leader.
do we need to solve this problem?
No, not right now. Anyway, we should go.
Yeah, place is super bad. The forest is bad.
Let's get
I
out of
take
here.
a swig of that hot water from the
Oh,
canteen he
great.
gave me.
Yes, are you all having a little personal problem here? I'm sorry. I can go on the back of the wagon and plug my little ear holes and make sure I do not hear anything that you say.
No, it's fine.
Go
it's
sit
fine.
in the earth, you worm.
No, stop. Don't be mean to Bobbit.
Yeah.
Bobbit is
Bobbert
coming
did
with us.
nothing to you.
You all did something to me.
Bobbit climbs to the back and puts his fingers in his ears and is like, oh, magic water. I get it from the spring. I get it from the spring. I get it from the
my
spring. And starts to
God.
hum to himself so that he does not hear your conversations.
Bless.
Oh,
Bless
wow.
He is a precious cinnamon
He
roll
is-
and
he is-
should not be harmed at any cost.
I'd
He's
like
very
to
cute.
sit on the end at the back of the wagon too. My turn to take over the watch of this wagon.
All right,
Cool,
guys.
great.
Don't burn anything while you're back there.
Oh, shut up, bitch!
Watch out for rocks.
There's no rocks on the wagon. I'm the most responsible person in this group.
I don't feel like that's true.
My goodness gracious.
Again, I think
So
it's
yes.
Violet.
She's having a Hannah moment. Let's go.
Betty and Violet, as you sit kind of in the front of the wagon. Braga and Dee kind of on the second level. Hannah, you sit in the back with a Bobbit who still has his fingers in his ears humming a tune.
And I'm drinking whiskey.
You're drinking the whiskey. As you ride this carriage straight through the night, back to Palisades as the dawn begins cresting over the city.
Ah. Nothing bad happened to them ever again.
We made it.
As you approach the edge of the city, Bobbit kind of is like, oh, yes, I will get off here. As he kind of, you slow the wagon down as Bobbit kind of jumps off the back. Ooh, Palisades is beautiful, just like I remember, and oh, I will see you all most certainly at the festival. Come find me. I promise for this very kind journey, a round of hot water on me.
Yay!
Thank you.
So find me. I will be in my same little setup with my little stove
We
and
know what
the
it looks
water
like.
that I've
We got
taken
it.
from
Leave,
the
old
tree.
man.
This is yours. I give him his canteen bag while he's
Oh,
talking.
where was it? Oh, thank you.
I
You're
had
so
it.
kind. I trust all of you. As he puts it away. This is wonderful. Great. I'm going to go check in. Can you recommend a local inn and tavern I could stay at? Perhaps some lodgings. I don't like to sleep on the road as much as I can.
I get up and go to the town hall to find Evelyn.
Sure, go to the Black Satyr. They have lodgings there.
Oh,
I bet they have
wonderful,
smokes, yeah.
wonderful. The Black Satyr. Yes, I will go there. I will go there.
There I will go,
There go. Will I?
There go, will I.
for
Thank
I
you.
am Bobbit. I'm a
Wonderful.
Bobbit.
Bobbit.
As you then begin to, yes, Betty, Hannah, you start to take the reins and start to drive the carriage towards the Palisades Planning Committee HQ, which is located near the mayor's office. You see this beautiful, pristine kind of white quartz building with 2 flower boxes filled with growing lupine. On the front to the right of this beautiful oak door with golden accents, you see the initials of the Palisades Planning Committee, the PPC, etched in a golden cursive against this kind of blue tapestry.
Can I roll to not get nauseous by this?
Sure, roll me 2d6 plus, I'm gonna say heart.
Did you say golden curtain?
Ooh. It's like golden accents, yes.
Oh, golden.
Are you
accent.
nauseous?
Again,
No, it's too sexist.
very, very good rules, but nothing important is happening.
I just gotta know what I need to roll now.
We are $200 away from meeting another character from the Rat Queens comics and also doing a signed comic giveaway. So thank you so much to everyone who's donated so far.
Yeah, that's an 11.
It's an 11. So you're rolling to see if you would not get nauseous?
Yeah, because this is disgusting.
Yeah,
to me.
this is so over the top for you, Hannah. This is so very much like this is women and men, people who have too much money on their hands, too much time, and just want to have a nice little hobby. So
who don't know how to throw a fucking right party.
exactly. So you're you're able to hold your stomach in.
Evelyn!
You see the door open, and standing there is Aveline Ibbett, the head of the Palisades Planning Committee, standing there, this kind of good-sized human woman, and still wearing her blue blazer. And behind her, you do see kind of three figures inside the interior of the Palisades Planning Committee HQ, sitting in the parlor area having tea. Oh, yes. Oh! Rat Queens! She quickly closes the door behind her. Betty, you see, because you're very perceptive, you see that the three figures kind of perk their ears up when she says Rat Queens, and kind of try to look out the door as it closes behind her. Yes! Oh my goodness. And she kind of comes and holds her chest as she circles around the wagon, taking it all in. You've done it! Oh, you've done it! You see her meticulously count every single barrel. 30 barrels! Oh, and
So there's 2 extra barrels.
One extra.
One extra.
So
yeah.
one of us should have taken it off, right?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Braga would have, like, because she
Can we
wasn't there
say-
anyway.
I think, yeah,
so she
you were-
just,
Braga
like,
carries
Yeah.
it back to
Yeah.
my
HQ.
the
well,
Vasari
to Braga's
home.
house.
Oh,
yeah. Braga just took it to Braga's house. Braga, I
Okay,
see that you
later.
kind of dripped you off your house, and are you kind of heading back over here at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah.
Great.
Braga.
She'll share it. She just it was closest place.
Party Braga's place.
She has her
Braga's
own
house was on the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also
Oh.
her familiar place to go.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was so right to trust you all, and yes, to invest so much.
Yes, our price is
into
doubled.
Yes. What? No. We
Yeah.
settled on a price beforehand.
Yes, but this was quite more dangerous than we thought it was going to be.
We had to kill a whole clan of gobos.
Oh yes, the goblins that were on the road.
That
was
you didn't tell us about.
I kind of hinted at
Nope,
there was something
you didn't tell
bad.
us. You didn't explicitly say
I
what
heard
we
nothing of goblins.
going to
Violet kind of knew what was going on.
I actually agree with my Rat Queens. It was
Fine.
not clarified.
Perhaps we can try to.
double our rate. That sounds right.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what we're doing.
Because I'm the leader and I'm right.
Hannah, you are very feeling much that you are the leader in this moment. You're feeling very, very selfish in this moment. And so you kind of push forward and kind of insist, yes, I'm the leader. You should give us more money. And kind of this front terrifies Aveline. And she's like, no, I can't. This absolutely not. I cannot do it. I cannot give you double. Perhaps I can pay you for another task, but I cannot.
I walk very menacingly toward her.
Oh,
And where does she stand to me?
I'm gonna say she's a little shorter than you.
I put my hand on her shoulder and like push down. Oh, Eveline, I'm sure with all this quartz and gold lettering that it's completely unnecessary for one stupid fucking party. You can find a little extra money for a very hard task that you set us to.
You see Aveline start to weep.
wow.
The Palisades Planning Committee is all that I have. You don't understand. Saralai, Sybil, and Vigo are all in there, and they've been giving me such a hard time about the budget of how much money I was spending on security for this meet. Aveline, are you sure? Aveline, is this really a good idea? Aveline, are you really the one to be heading the committee? Listen, ever since I'll be honest with you all, since I trust you all so much, and well, you did save Palisades. Unfortunately, I lost my dear sweet Harrison the day of the Palisades attack, and Well, the planning committee is everything I have. That's I have left. I have no need for money. I have no heirs. I've simply given a lot of my money and time to the city to make it what it once was. And if I lose my position as the head of the Palisades planning committee, I don't know what I'll do. I fear I'll simply become a woman undone.
Yeah, I don't know that I care about that all so much.
The rest of us probably do, though, Hannah.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
If she's poor at this job, that doesn't mean that we should pay for it because our lives are almost at loss. And that's what a good leader would do, is fight for your safety.
Well, we're here. We're standing here. We got the mead. We did have to go back to pick up
Because of a goblin
because of
attack.
the goblins.
Yes.
Oh, who are
Yeah.
you?
I've been here the whole time.
You're the fifth. Yes. Oh, you're the fifth rat queen. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Braga.
Yes.
Yes.
We did have to do some extra labor, so maybe not double, but if there's any bit that you could spare to cover our extra expenses.
We already said double. We are sticking with
You
that
said
number.
double. The rest of us did not.
Sometimes leaders negotiate.
I have an idea.
All right, let's
We're
hear
listening.
How about I can work on getting you more money. I promise. You have it. You have my promise. You could have asked my husband. I never go back on my promises. And how about on top of the money, I also make you some of the honorary guests at the Palisades at the summer solstice festival. You'll get free passes. You can get some free beverages and food and access to the very important persons areas where we will be keeping the entertainment.
Can we add a +1 to that list? The very important
Sure,
persons.
yes.
Great.
Does that sound good?
I want it in writing, and I want our original payment right now, and then I want it in writing even more so that you intend to pay us more.
Hannah, back down.
Betty, suddenly you are feeling so naive and just so inspired and so excited by all of this that you're like, oh my goodness, getting to be the VIP treatment at the Summer Solstice Festival, which is supposed to be the hottest festival of the year in Palisades. You push Hannah aside and you extend your smidgen hand and say, just make us VIPs.
Yeah, and also, is there gonna be a parade of any sort? Because we'd love to be in it.
Oh, maybe there might be a walkthrough of the festival. We'll definitely have you probably come up to the performance stage, and we can acknowledge. Oh, thank you so much for taking this. Oh yes, you have my word. You have my word.
This is gonna
Thank
be great.
you so much.
This is gonna be great. I'm so excited. This is gonna be great, Hannah.
I punch you in the face.
I dodge it.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts. Roll me 2d6 plus canny.
Oh shit.
6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are there any rerolls?
No,
There's
there's
not
wasted
for
on
this.
There are no rerolls.
You must be
Oh, that's
out
right.
of your mind.
Forgive me. We already decided that when we roll against each other, we're not allowed to do rerolls.
That's not the reason why you wouldn't get to reroll
Yeah.
right now.
I'm just
It's a lot
saying.
of
I'm
issues.
reminding myself of the rule I made last time.
Look, if it makes her stop rolling, we're fine.
Yeah, fine,
Yes,
whatever.
Hannah, as you try to punch Betty kind of quickly, dodge underneath you. You give her a hug instead.
This is gonna be so fun! And the horse guy's coming back. Oh.
Yes. Wonderful. Here, I'm going to have someone take this to the storage room, the storage area for the Summer Solstice Festival, and keep it nice and safe. What little money we have of security left is going towards one person guarding a warehouse.
Yikes.
Should be fine. You see her kind of look down and be like, yes. But would you like to come in? We are having tea. We do have refreshments if you'd like any. We do have sandwiches, little scones, carrots.
I feel worried about Aveline, and I know we spent time really trying to figure her out before we left, but she mentioned the thing with her husband, and I feel like, should we do something, say something? I just want to get personal and just make sure she's just doing okay.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
That's just an 8.
Great. You can ask me one of these questions. One of the questions from the heart or the personal list.
Is there anything we can do for you? Is that one of them? No.
I think that no, you can improvise it. You can be any of those questions or anything is inspired by those questions.
Is there anything we can do for you?
You see like the tears well up in her eyes, and she's just like, oh, to be honest, no one's ever asked me that. I would just say, it sounds silly. I would just love your friendship and your kindness. Just maybe take it a little easier on me. I would appreciate that. This is what I have going on, and well, you see the people in there. They're not really my friends. High society folk don't tend to be the nicest of people, as I've come to learn. Sarah Lee is a stern woman who believes that the planning committee shouldn't be doing anything except, well, planning historical events and implementing tradition, and well, Sybil is simply her lackey, and Vigo has opinions. And I would just love friends.
I start walking back home.
Start walking back home. Hannah, as you start to walk back home, you accidentally bump shoulders with a very, very attractive gentleman. He kind of has like an open shirt. He's got some nice high-waisted pants, as he has some kind of charcoal and oil pastels smudged on his face.
Hey, shitbag, watch where you're walking.
Excuse me. The name's Burden Kane, traveling artist.
I didn't ask who the fuck you are. I don't give a flying dingo dong.
As you kind of like, you put your hand up in the air with incredible skills that don't seem like they belong to an artist, he catches your wrist.
Whoa.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
How dare you touch me? Is he hot?
He's super hot. He's kind of got like this curly kind of like auburn hair. He's got some stubble.
But like weird oil smudges on his face, or like,
no, like
hot oil smudges?
He's an artist. He's got oil pastels and charcoal.
It's
like
hot oil.
He's a hot artist.
Fuck's your problem?
Sorry, I hear there's a festival going on. I'm trying to sell my work.
Yeah, you're a waste of time. All right, good luck.
Are you still walking home?
Yeah.
You see, as Hannah just walks back home, Veldrin Kane walks up to Aveline. Hello, is this the Palisades Planning Committee? Oh yes, are you Veldrin Kane? Yes, I am. I've come to town early. I've checked in my room, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm doing everything right here. And I'm doing everything that's like I'm an artist. I'm doing. You hired me to be an artist. I'm an artist. And Haveline's just kind of nodding, like, yes, you are an artist. That is the missive that was sent about you, Veldrin. Yes. Wonderful. I will go inside. I will check your name off of the talent list. Here, one moment. Ladies, could you stay with him? I need to go get him his pass and his informational packet. As
absolutely.
Aveline pops back inside to go get the items for Veldrin.
So what's your thing, buddy?
I'm an artist.
You got one thing, huh?
I'm an artist. I'm real good at it. I worked a long time. I do landscapes. I'm venturing into some portraits. Gonna do some portraits at the Summer Solstice Festival.
Well, we're VIPs. Could you do our portraits?
Oh, you VIP? I'm a very important. I'm a hired artist. Very important person as well. I can definitely do your portraits off to the side.
I don't think I trust this guy. I want to try to get personal, see if I can tell anything else about him to see if he's lying or
Great.
Or whatever.
Tell me 2d6 plus heart.
Yep. That is 9, 10, 11. That's 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10.
Wonderful. With a 10, you can ask me 3 of those questions about him, or you can ask him questions in person. Oh, thank you so much for the reroll.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
yes, we have reached
Oh god.
1,000.
Ooh.
So we will be giving away a signed comic, and yes, we're gonna see a character.
Hype,
Yay.
hype, 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 hype.
I want to ask. I say 3 of them. So how about is this person hiding something?
Yes, he is. He used to be a bounty hunter.
Is this person? Does this person mean us harm?
Nope.
Is this person looking for a girlfriend?
Maybe he hasn't really given it much thought. He is trying to start a new life.
Ooh.
Trying to start a new life.
All right, guys. You want your portrait done? I think he's cool.
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. I can do it to you. I can not do it to you. Oh gosh.
Whoa.
My goodness.
Whoa.
Well,
I can draw your portrait at a festival, if that's all right.
you want us to come find you at the festival?
I'll come find you. We'll be in the VIP section. I will personally come find you all.
VIPs. VIPs.
VIPs. VIPs. As you all are chanting VIPs, Hannah, you're walking back to your home, like looking at the ground, still a little frazzled by bumping into.
Yeah, like there is a little residual like nipple
Children.
hardness. But also,
Your
like,
cheeks are slightly flushed as you then kind of, you're not really looking where you're going once again. You're still kind of leaving in a huff. You bump shoulders.
Mother Flighter!
Hannah! What are you doing? And you look up and you see the face of Sawyer. Captain Sawyer, captain of the Palisades Guard.
Hey, just new way to greet you now that I have been on the road and went to a different town. That's what they say to people is Mother Flighter. How are you? And like I punch him a little bit like, ah!
Oh, I do use these with guts.
Oh gosh.
Don't kill him.
She's not gonna kill him.
Plush-scotch-ish.
We have four rerolls too.
Thank you,
so-
reroll.
Whoa,
Thank you.
Thank you.
9.
Ooh,
Pretty good.
9. So yeah, you give him a
A
little punch, a little too hard. He's kind of taken aback by how hard you hit him. Hannah, what's going on?
Just happy to see ya. You happy to see me? I gotta reach for his junk.
He dodges out of the way.
Okay.
Hannah, what's going on? Or is everything okay?
Shit, I should ask you the same question. You're being so prude.
Hannah, he kind of pulls you off to the side of the road, kind of into an inlet between 2
I'm
stores.
Okay with being manhandled today, right? It's already happened to me once. I'm not,
What?
I don't know, some loser artist just literally like, I don't know, manhandled me.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of interesting types here because of the Summer Solstice Festival, as I'm sure you're aware of.
So, yeah, why aren't you aware of some dickhead running around and grabbing someone you sleep with's arm?
Yes, Hannah, let me consult the list of every single random person that's coming through our port town. As if it weren't full of people enough already because it's a port.
Okay, this has been great, but do you have a point?
Yeah, you made me run out of your house again the other day.
Yeah, that's like our thing. It's like we have sex and I play hard to get and kick you out and you come back like a little cat the next night.
Yes, I feel like that was our thing before the end of the world started to happen.
Yeah, but like I want my dad to see you in bed and vulnerable.
I know who your dad is. He comes by my office bi-weekly and we have lunch.
You have lunch with my dad?
Yes, if we maybe had another conversation, I would tell you that.
I don't know. We're talking right now.
He expresses concern about the security of you and the security of Palisades on the regular.
What is it with men wanting to control me? I'm doing just fine.
Hannah, we're not trying to control you.
Yeah,
We're
if he's concerned about my safety and me doing being unsafe, then he's certainly not certain of my capabilities as a woman.
Sawyer presses himself up against you in a very kind of sensual way. And what's so wrong with wanting to protect you?
My nipples hurt.
Do
Roll
they?
for nipples?
I can protect myself.
You see that he's almost about to say something where he catches his breath and... Look, it's just... I'm glad I ran into you. Like I said, we're gonna have a lot of interesting people coming in and out of town. I mean, it sounds like you've been doing tasks for the festival, so I'm sure you're an integral part of it.
Integral part of it. Listen, you know, you want to protect me. My dad wants to protect me. You know how I take care of myself is making money. Because ain't no one just going to give me money. So if I ever want to move out of my dad's house, if I ever want to have a life of my own, yeah, I'm going to do tasks. And I'm going to take care of myself. And I don't need to tell you about it or not.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart. How much of Sawyer's feelings are you going to hurt?
Oh,
He's dead.
We have 4 rerolls.
You've killed Sawyer. I knew it.
From heart.
Just try it. I'm going to do it. Take a reroll. It's just so bad. Oh, 10.
10. Sawyer just kind of looks at you and sighs. I get it. I get that's who you are, Hannah, and...
So take me or leave me, man. I don't know.
He doesn't say anything. He was about to say something and catches his breath.
Can I go? Am I free to go?
Yes. Do you want to go grab something to eat?
No, but I would love to go to bed. Do you want to go?
Roll me 2d6 plus get sexy.
Get sexy, y'all.
Actually, 2d6 plus heart, probably. Alright, get sexy. Get sexy.
Oh yeah, but what is this?
Which is sexy?
I'll say guts, because you're being a little sassy and you're telling him what to do.
Okay.
We have 3 rerolls.
Oh.
You know when the Gemily tells you that she wants you to re-roll. Yay!
Oh my gosh.
13!
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be so good.
I'm gonna show him all my skin flute action.
You say that. You say I want to go to bed. He just kind of looks over the side for a minute, looks around. Sure. Yep. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Great. And you head back to your place or his place?
His place, so I can be loud.
He does live in the barricades with the other guards.
Oh, I forgot about that. No, I take it back to my room. It's okay.
Great. Your dad's probably out the house.
He's
Yeah,
probably
whatever.
used to it.
So you take Sawyer back to your house. Your room in your house. We come back to the other rat queens as Aveline has come outside with the informational packet for Veldrin. Yes, here is your VIP little pass. You see, it's like a little bitty kind of enchanted piece of paper that kind of is magically glowing.
This is awesome.
It feels very, very, it's like also enchanted to not break. So he kind of takes it and puts it in his little artist vest. And here's a map of the town, and I have circled here a variety of interesting locations, places to eat, entertainment, and the sort. And here I've marked right down here this big area, kind of to the southwest of town, nearing the border. That is where the festival will be happening. And she hands him that map. Veldrin kind of looks over you all. Great. I'm staying at the Palisade. I've stayed there. I've hit up there. I've got to go drop off the rest of my artistic material, so I do the art thing because I am an artist. And so yes, I will see you, Rat Queen. Oh, yes, I do know who you are. Sorry, I do know who you are. And
We're
he
famous.
Yeah, he was like. And that's why I know you. And he kind of gestures with his hands as he kind of like gives you a little salute as he walks back to the Palisade.
He's gonna bounty you.
What a weird guy.
Oh, he used to be a bounty hunter.
Wait, what?
I just, perceived it.
Yeah, Betty, you saw on his face that he kind of had scuffs, or he had kind of these tiny little cut scars around his chin where his beard had been growing, and you saw that he was very much like ripped and muscly in a way that is not common for an artist, nor is it for someone who partakes in possibly bodybuilding, but instead someone whose muscles and kind of body have been built from action and the workforce.
He's pretty fit. Like, if you guys are looking for a date, I'm good.
Also, Betty, because of your past history, you do recognize his face without the kind of the beard, the stubbly beard. You recognize his face with shorter hair as being Kane the Hunter.
Oh, it's Kane the Hunter. I can tell. You know that guy.
Oh, that guy.
What do I know about Kane the Hunter?
Yeah, do any of us?
Just that he was a you knew that he was a bounty hunter. You just knew that he was probably a very, very old, but like it was a long time ago. You saw that he was kind of in the bounty hunter circle. You knew from your information circles.
Would any of us know that too?
Would
Well, we have
his
heard
name?
the name Kane
The
the Hunter.
Let me see. How was stealthy? Oh no!
Nope, not at all. Doesn't
Not
ring a
in
bell.
our purview.
No idea who
He
that
was
is.
not. He was not in that kind of this area of the world. You know him kind of from your seafaring travels, from your past.
Cool.
Oh.
I am world traveled.
Yes.
Anything we need to know?
No, I think he's good. I think maybe he just is done bounty hunting or just really loves painting now. Everyone's gotta have a side thing.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Aveline did not hear any of this. She was kind of busy tending to the lupine in the little flower boxes, not wanting to know what's going on. And she turns to you, was like, "Oh yes, would you like to come in for tea?"
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Tiny sandwiches.
Yeah.
Tiny sandwiches. Yes, I must warn you that Sarah Lee, Sybil, and Wavigo, they are ones to just. Well, you know.
Do they
They're
suck?
little
they're-
shitheads?
Oh,
What do you mean exactly, friend?
they're very mean people.
They're shitheads. Okay.
Okay.
They're that nose in the air kind of. The Palisades planning committee isn't for Palisades; it's for their Palisades, I should say. So
those types.
those types.
uh-huh.
So
You know what, Aveline?
Oh, the Palisades we saved.
Yeah.
yes, the Palisades you saved, and the Palisades that they continue to put money into. Yes.
You know what? We can give them a little run for their money.
Oh, please do not roughage
No,
them.
no,
or-
no.
Oh
No,
my
no, no, no.
goodness. Oh.
Just,
I don't mean violence. I mean I just want to mess with them.
Mess. Roll 2d6 was hard.
Oh, goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
You have two
I like that.
rerolls
Fun
left.
D.
Yes.
I'm missing out on fun D.
Hey, I'm always fun.
Oh.
I got a 12.
Yes.
Depends on what you mean by
Mess
fun.
with them. Yes.
You're not here, okay?
I'm on top of my side thing.
All right.
Yes. Mess with them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it. Oh yes. I
Just just some harmless fun. Just get in their heads a little bit. Don't even worry.
Oh, I am so completely terrified of them because I have nobody else in my life who can morally support me at the moment. So I have no one that I can go to kind of back me up on this. And so this feels wonderful for the first time in my life.
We've
Aw.
got your back, Aveline.
Yeah, we're friends now.
You see her eyes kind of well up for the first time with happy tears.
Oh.
I can't wait to meet her husband at this festival because I'm
He's
not.
dead.
I think he's dead.
Violet, he died.
Sorry, I thought she was saying we could ask her husband earlier. I thought she
Could have, because he died.
She was saying
He did.
if he were still alive.
I was so angry about it.
It was like
I was blind with
No,
rage.
super dead.
Roll me 2d6
Oh,
to see if Aveline. I'm
no.
gonna say plus your canny to see if Aveline heard that.
Oh, God.
See if you were quiet enough.
I got a 4.
We have 2 rerolls
I would
left.
use it. You wanted to be your friend?
Oh shit!
Oh, that's worse.
I got worse.
We have 1
Keep
reroll
going,
left.
Keep going. I like it that she's
Okay.
in pain, but it's great.
Oh
Okay.
great.
Woo.
Okay. So I got a 9.
Great. She heard the mumblings about her husband, but it is not enough to kind of like make her sad or deter her anyways. She did hear you a little bit, but she takes it as in the, oh, maybe she forgot, and she's correcting herself. Very polite. Wonderful,
Yikes.
wonderful. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I cannot tell you how over the moon, over the Palisades moon I am.
Oh.
that
God, what
that
a dork.
we are having this summer solstice festival, I believe. Oh, people are not just going to remember Palisades for the horrible Narigoth squid horrid nightmares that came from the sky. Or the women who saved it. Yes, thank you. That is also remembered from that day. But I really want Palisades. I want this to be about new happy memories, new memories moving forward. Solstice, the longest day of the year, the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. For who knows what can happen. And as she says that, she opens the door. Betty, Violet, Braga, and Dee all walk in for tea. As Hannah, at the same time, you open the door to your bedroom. As Sawyer walks in, simultaneously, both doors close. And tonight, that is where we will end. We close the volume of tonight's episode there. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Hi guys,
Episode
this is
3.
Malika,
I'm
and
so
I'm gonna tell you
happy
about an awesome
we
new
finally
Chrome
had
/Firefox
everybody
extension.
here.
It's
This
called
is so wonderful. Thank you all so much. You are all who make the show possible. Congratulations to Megalo Blazemon, who won the giveaway.
Congratulations!
Megalo Blazemon won the signed Rat Queens comic. So thank you all so much.
That's
yes,
awesome.
This show is completely supported and funded by you. And thank you so much for the amazing NPCs and to all the baggage we got to explore tonight. We do have 3 new baggage here. Once again, we have 4. We get 4 next week. We'll have another tension, even if we reach the 500 tension. So let's go through and give some shout outs to the people who made tonight's story possible.
Jessica Lynn Verdi.
Nope.
Jessica Lynn Verdi.
Yes.
Oh,
Jessica
goodness.
Lynn Verdi.
Yes.
Jessica Lynn Verdi.
Silence child.
That's not
All right. Thank you, Metsu's Phantom. Thank you. Aries Lynn.
Yay!
Dashing CN. Mr. Fantasy with a 4.
Mr. Fantasy with a 4.
Shadow Uzumaki.
Shadow Uzumaki.
Rage Cage.
Rage Cage.
Sailor Aurora.
Sailor Aurora.
Oh, Rat Queens fan.
Rat Queens fan.
Thank you so much. E Lackey.
We Lackey.
Shadow Uzumaki.
Shadow Uzumaki.
Metsu's Phantom.
Metsu's Phantom.
Mr. Fantasy.
Mr. Fantasy.
Mel Pomeno.
Mel Pomeno.
Keen 456.
Keen 456.
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky.
Mr. Ray Parson.
Mr. Ray Parson.
Damoon Rules.
Damoon Rules.
Shadow Uzumaki.
Shadow Uzumaki.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
Mr. Fantasy with a 4 again.
Mr. Fantasy with a 4 again.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
Mr. Fantasy.
Mr. Fantasy.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
And Negi Hama.
Negi Hama.
Thank you all so much. And thank you to everyone, too, who tweets about the show, who talks about the show, who shares it on
Thank
social media.
Thank you.
That is also amazing support as well. Thank you to everyone on the front page who joined us. Thank you to everyone who's watching on YouTube and listening on podcasts. We hope that you're enjoying this as well.
And we hope you join us live because it's so much fun
It's so much fun.
that they come in here and play with us.
Yes.
Mess with
And we
Well,
like
with
playing
me.
with you.
We like playing
And
with you.
also, it would be awesome if people jumped into the Discord with us and chatted about how
Yeah.
things are going.
Jump into the Discord. We're all chatting in there. I will make sure to send invites to our fellow queens who are not in that Discord yet.
Oh.
But yes, well,
Can we call the Discord the Black Satyr?
Oh, I believe
I
it's
like
called
that.
the Rat
Rat
Queen.
Queens.
Oh, okay.
I think its nickname could be the Black
that makes
Satyr. I
sense.
like
We
that.
could also make a group somewhere that is the Black Satyr.
Settle
Ooh, a secret group.
Don't tell me to settle down. I have a great idea.
And thank you all so much for creating fan art. I cannot wait to see what fan art is created of the characters, the scenes, the moments from today. Keep sharing it with us. I love it so much.
That,
Sexy.
that and I really want to see little things.
Little tiny thing.
like an interpretation of that.
I want to see the centaur on the beanbag bed.
Oh God!
Oh,
it's hilarious.
God.
Or just D laughing.
Yeah, I know. Poor that. I felt so
Aw.
bad. Felt so bad.
I feel so bad for
Poor.
NPC.
But also bad for D because it's hard to uncontrollably laugh. I think.
That was great.
It's such an introvert move. I don't know why. It's an inappropriate response.
Before we go, let's say goodbye and say where people can find you.
Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Jessica Lynn Verdi. You can find me here most times of the evening. No, on Tuesdays doing Bloodcurdling with Emily, here with Rat Queens. I also just did an episode of Fiasco Knots with Easy Allies that's on YouTube right now, and that's a good old blast of a time, so check that out.
I am Michelle Wynn. You can find me on the internet at iAndroidBunny, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Hey, I am Laurie Jones. You can find me at Laurie Michelle Jones on Instagram and Laurie Michelle J on Twitter, and also at Improv Studio in the Improvised Generation and Improvised Sorkin.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Fun.
It's a lot of talking. I am Riley Silverman. You can find me on Twitter at Riley J Silverman, on Instagram at Riley Silverman, and I have a comedy special called Everything Is Fine on Seed and Spark. You can check that out.
Yes. Ooh, I want to check that out.
Sure.
I'm Eliza
page.
Pearl at Eliza Pearl on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm in Callisto 6 on Geek and Sundry Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific, and then I'm also in the Improvised Generation with our little Violet over here. We are Starfleet captains or officers. I'm the captain.
She's the
captain.
captain.
Yeah.
She's the leader of that.
She's the captain
I'm
now.
gonna give her the leader.
So check us out. We actually have a YouTube. It's a live show in LA, but we put all the episodes on YouTube.
They're so
you
great
can
to
watch.
rewatch.
We have a lot of episodes from our previous seasons, and this is season 5. So check that out. The Improvised Generation.
And I am your G, Emily. You can find me at frankly_Emily and on Instagram with an extra underscore. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time right here for episode 4 of the Rat Queens RPG. Thank you so much and have a wonderful night.
Yay!